Samamre. All the way from Cape Coast. Nipa bread. Nipa bread. Yenya minana remakano senior. No kana sen. Amamre my crowd. Onipa bebeseni na mani unu no da ledia aka onya tiefo ya no dia kukudro aje ahu mi ego biso dia chirese ewia simwa yewe obema na numedrenyo onipa bebeseni na mani unu no da ledia aka onya tiefo ya no dia kukudro aje ahu mi ego biso dia chirese ewia simwa yewe obema na numedrenyo Obi be wa mani anopa Obi be wa mani ria Obi be wa mani enyumere Arebe sa Yesu ya Dedie mi o Oya na brabo imu Oni peni awuto Esureta yenemu Eguna mani o Aomini afano sa Yense mina na yaka Abebe sa Yesu ya Unipa nkana semkura Bomi solo na jusemu Achichidiensu na wana mine Abere mano yentira Onipa bebesene na mani unu No da nedia Anko tiefo ne wen Eno tika techie Na jaji ahu mingu biso ate Eneti sadia wuti biarano Mini Yasi Muhammad kao Ya jamu bigu bisoate Na bebe sa Yesu ya Na bebe sa Yesu ya Unipa nkana semkura Onipa bebe sani na mani unu No da nedia Aka onya tiefo Ya no dia kukudro Aji ahu mi ego biso Ya chirese Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenumedre Remakano
Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenumedre Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenumedre
Erikuse
Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenumedre
Nachipalago
Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenumedre
Mr. Muni
Ewia simwa yewe Obema nenume.
Aji apofi yasima yewe.
Obema nenume.
Obroni kerine yasima yewe. Obema nenume. Namitias. Ebeyi. Darling Lou, and what I mean is time will come. I find your sweet love. Yeah. I pray that time will come. Every man shall be free. Gives me that peace of love, peace of love. Baby Lou, and what I mean is why you think your heart, my mind will never make it. I pray that time will come. Every man shall be free. Gives me that peace of love, peace of love. Of love. You look so nice with me by your side, so Lou, Mommy say Lou, and what I mean is time will come. I find your sweet love. I pray that time will come. Every man shall be free. You look so nice and I'm a muscle jack, piece of love. My remedy, oh baby, right. I pray that time will come. Every man shall be free. You look so nice and I'm a muscle jack, piece of love. Thank you. Politician. This one goes to you all the politicians. Wake up, for you. People love Africa now. Can sit and watch them as they do us massacre now. Come on and come on, join this train that wakes the brain. Follow politicians, and you never come far. They only always lie to raise your bar. They just don't care. Come on and come on, join this train that wakes the brain. Follow politicians, and you never come far. Looting and sharing resources, and they are corrupt. Follow politicians, and you never come far. Yeah.
Good morning once again and welcome to Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. I am Inu Safo. I'm not doing this alone. I'll introduce my co-host in a minute, but let me tell you what my social media handles are, Inu_S across all social media platforms. You can find me there and we can have a good conversation. Philip is my co-host for today. How are you doing, Philip?
And I'm doing good.
I love your shirt.
Oh, and I love your outfit as
Thank
well.
you so much.
It's a Friday. It's a holiday. People are sleeping. People are
People
resting.
are sleeping. They're watching us. They're watching us from their homes.
Yeah, from their homes,
Yes.
from their homes, from
Yes,
their homes.
yes.
And I just want to say that people who are moving from their homes to other places should just be careful. I witnessed a road crash this morning.
Oh, no.
On the Fanco and Storm Highway.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that means I must have missed it.
Yeah, you may have missed it. So I think that people should be should be careful on the roads. It's a Friday, and you know some people will be wanting to go out and enjoy themselves or have fun and all that. But take care, drive safely, please. We need you alive. We need you alive. It's a new year, 2026. So you want to end the year seeing everyone that we are starting the year with. So please don't make sure that you are driving carefully. But how is your Friday going to be like today?
You are here. I work. So we are at work. So it's work.
It's work, eh? Okay, good.
It's work. And then I have a show tomorrow as well.
Oh, okay.
On Saturday, Breakfast Daily Weekend. So you can join Jude, Duncan and I on that show. We'd love to have you join us. Today's a packed show.
Yeah. We have a lot.
We have a lot.
We have a lot.
We're going to talk about some HIV/AIDS
Exactly. I'm
issues
seeing
with the
the
Ghana
numbers
AIDS
go
Commission.
up.
And I'm surprised at the particular region that the numbers are going up.
Ashanti region.
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense there. But anyway, we'll bring you that later on the show. But let's start with this. I'm sure that the Eat Ghana Rice campaign, which is ongoing, you would want to join that campaign because it's very important that we would eat what is produced in Ghana. So the flies on the screen, Eat Ghana, Build Ghana. Eating Ghanaian isn't just a choice, it's a movement. So this is in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, MasterCard Foundation, 24-hour economy. And this is what we are pushing here at City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 TV. Don't just talk patriotism, taste it. Eat Ghana, build Ghana. You know, we had Food Glut not long ago last year, where we had the issue of people, the farmers producing and they're not getting people to buy, or it's not moving. But this time around, in order for us to support the agric industry, we are asking that you would eat Ghana and build Ghana as we are pushing that agenda here. So please, if you go to the marketplace, grab made or say produced rice in Ghana, and you can use it for your motuo, you can use it for your jollof rice, you can use it for your wache, your fried rice, your plain rice. You just have to know how well to cook it and enjoy it. Or you know.
Oh yes. And you forgot rice water, another of my favorites.
Yeah, rice water.
Yes,
Rice water.
I remember that anytime you eat a made in Ghana product or you eat Ghana rice, you're supporting a farmer somewhere in Ghana who needs your support to continue to be able to farm his produce and cut them here for all of us to enjoy. So yes, kindly do eat Ghana rice.
Very important. So today's a holiday, so definitely if you go out there, you want to do some rice and stew, you want to get
eat the Ghana rice.
Ghana rice. So that
but then again, don't forget that while you're on the move, the Channel 1 News app is live and interactive. You can go there. And for all your news happenings in and around Ghana and also across the world, you can find that on the Channel 1 News app. Go to the Google Play Store and download it, add it to your home screen so that you can be abreast with what's happening in the news in Ghana.
So talking about the news today, I think the newspapers they are rested. It's a holiday.
They are on a holiday.
They are on a holiday. But let's bring you what is on the news portals. That is the online portals. We are starting with the citynewsroom.com, and Kweku Kwatin is telling President John Dramani Mahama to take hard economic decisions without fear. And also, this is Ghana's industrial fishes sector face imminent collapse. This is coming from Matthew. I think it's Richter Matthew. Also, detention alone doesn't mean justice. This is from private legal practitioner Martin Pebu to Oforiata, Ken Oforiata. And also DVLA, no mandatory digital registration deadline for pre-2023 vehicles. So this is coming from the DVLA. There has been a communique out there that if your vehicle was registered before 2023, you should go back to DVLA and get it done digitally. So that is the communique or whatever the DVLA has brought out. But what they are saying, no mandatory digital registration deadline for pre-2023 vehicles. So as of now that we know, there isn't any deadline as to whether it's going to take this time of period, 6 months or a year. So make sure you go to DVLA today to get your vehicle digitally registered if you do the registration before 2023. Mahama, government to award major textbook contract to Ghana Publishing. And this is very good. When the president yesterday visited some media houses, went to GBC. President John Dramani Mahama, we are inviting you that you would come and visit us here at Channel One TV and CTFM. That would be a big one, because yesterday when he went to GBC was a very big one. There later went to Graphic Communications, and at Graphic Communications, a video I saw that I was really touched with was when the market women marched up there to see the president. And we're like, oh, and I think that is good, because the president, when he went to GBC, mentioned that he was trained as a journalist and he understands what we go through to get the information out there and the kind of work we do. So it's good. At least,
it would be nice to have him
to have him pass through when we're on the morning show like this. That he passes through, we give him a place to sit and we can have a brief conversation with him. So, President Mahama, this
over
one
to you.
We actually invite to you. So this one to Class Media applauds Mahama over interdiction of Ghana National Fire Service officer who assaulted journalists. And Ghanaian scientists launch AI telehealth to expand healthcare access. Ghana Publishing on course to become a leading printing brand. This is from President John Dramani Mahama. And also, Mahama hails Ghana Publishing earlier adoption of 24-hour operation. Very important. I think that the 24-hour operation this year must really manifest. And how do you feel that you are driving late, let's say within the hours of 9 to 10 or 11, you get a flat tire or you have a problem with your vehicle,
you're in trouble.
And there is no one to fix the vehicle.
It's happened to me before,
Philip. Everybody's asleep.
It's happened to me before on the motorway. I almost had a mini heart attack. I was so scared. I was stuck in my car. I kept calling people who I know live close by so that they could come help me change my tire, or at least hold a light so I could change my tire. And a motorbike drove by and then he reversed.
Oh, really? You were scared?
I started saying my Hail Marys. Because I didn't know who he was or whether he was coming to rob me or whether he was coming to attack. But he helps me.
He helped you?
He helped me.
But though he did, but as the help was ongoing, you were still scared?
I was still scared. I mean, I sat in the car throughout the whole thing. I the only time I got out was to open my boots for him because he was finding it difficult so that he could take out the
jack and all the
equipment that they needed. So the minute I went back into the car and I locked myself, which is funny to me because I don't
went out.
But yes, thank you to that good Samaritan. He wouldn't even let me take his number or nothing.
Well, that was an angel
in disguise.
In
because
human form.
There's nothing on that stretch past I think 7 or 8.
Yeah,
and it's dark as well.
And I think the 24-hour economy that the government really pushed during ahead of the 2024 election should manifest. We've seen that you said, though it's not going to be compulsory, private entities would want to join and government sectors would want to join. But if it's done in such a way that it becomes sort of, there is this incentive given to private entities to join, it's going to help. And also we intensify security.
Yeah.
Because that evening or that time, people were skeptical. People were thinking, okay, fine, so where's the security coming from and all that? But if you are able to assure them that we are going to protect you so you can open your shops or you can operate, it's going to help.
I think giving them tax incentives will also be nice.
I know the pharmacists, they do 24 hours. Some health centers do 24 hours, but the vulcanizers, we need them 24 hours. We need the car electrician 24 hours. We need somebody.
Because you don't know when your car will go and leave
your car will leave
you.
you.
That's true.
And you don't even
That's
know
true.
when you need something major. Aside even the car issue.
Yeah.
Maybe you are going somewhere, you have limited time. You'd want to let your was a hairdresser fix your hair for you because
yeah.
you went to work, you are late, and you've gotten home late, but the next morning you have an event to attend. So you understand? So I think that all these things is going to ease the pressure that we have on the government in terms of creating jobs and all that. Anyway, let's move on. So DTech restores recognition to that is ICAG, that is accounting, Ghana Chartered Institute of Accounting, Ghana. Also, Senate approves 10% increase in pension payment for 2026. We won't tolerate misuse, waste, or indiscipline. This is Mahama tells the police. And I want to read the story later on the show because yesterday the president gave out some vehicles to the Ghana Police Service, and also the comments I really saw under that post, I was asking myself, so Ghanaians are really taking notes. You know what they said? They said they should drive the vehicles very well. They should be very careful in driving the vehicles they are being given. So the government will give vehicles to the Ghana Police Service, and you see officers driving recklessly just to see them at the next watch joint. Park there
with the siren on, especially when they see traffic.
So no, are you running out? Are you clearing the road to go and buy watch or something? So I think that what the president is saying, that you should really take good care of the vehicles. We won't tolerate misuse, waste, or indiscipline. It's very important. Baumia to secure over 65% in MPP primaries. This is coming from a Japan side. This comes on the back of some 118 parliamentary candidates in 2024 elections that they've thrown their weight behind the former vice president. Also, newly installed Kutiazongo chief pledges unity and development, and court adjourns with challenging detention of Seidu Abagri. So these are some of the stories you can find on the portal, that is City Newsroom portal. But we really want to go without mentioning this one too. Frank Davis, who is one of the lawyers for the former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta, says that we are working to resolve Ofori-Atta's U.S. detention, which Kpebu has also said that the detention alone doesn't mean justice, but then again he's urging the U.S. government to fast-track processes when it comes to their detention. And what do we have on Channel 1?
Newsonline.com.
Yeah.
So on Channel 1 Newsonline.com, that story you just ended with is the big story. Ofori-Atta's U.S. detention not linked to extradition, according to Frank Davis. Other stories you'll find: Professor Opoku Ajimai, integrity and accountability central to government anti-corruption agenda. And Ghana needs Kennedy Japan to reset governance. Kweku Kwarteng says so. Why are you laughing?
Uncle Kennedy, 31st January will be an interesting day.
Very, 30th.
Very 31st.
Is 30th or 31st?
31st. 31st is the day for the primaries.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very interesting day. Looking at the candidates involved and how they've been able to. Yes, but you know,
Ken
some people will be
Baobab.
like a submarine.
Submarine.
So submarine, you are under the sea and you are working.
Oh, you mean
without,
some people? Okay, without the noise attached to
yeah,
it. Okay.
Without even anybody noticing.
Okay.
You know that the former education minister is in there.
Yes. Brian.
No. The former education minister, that is, his name escaped me. Edichum is in there. Brian Echampon is in there. We have Kwabena Ejapon also in there. We have Kennedy also in there. Uncle Ken is also in there. And we have Baumia also in there. So it's going to be an interesting race. And if you listen to the camps of the various candidates, it's just interesting.
Everybody says it's going well. Delegates are receiving them well.
Yeah.
The support is massive. But like General Mosquito says,
you can't try. It was actually the man who said you can't trust delegates. That is what's the man who passed? Sir John.
Sir John
Says that you can't trust delegates.
trust
So
delegates.
though you would want to go and speak to them and all that, like Sir John said, you would have to fear delegates.
Fear delegates on the 31st
So
of
on
January,
the 1st of January, we will tell you whether your message went down well with them, or whatever plan you have for them, you'll be able to give you the nod to lead the party in the 2028 general elections. Yeah.
Right. Other stories you'll find on channel1newsonline.com. SNIT approves 10% increase in pension payments for 2026. That's some good news there. Mahama, my government won't tolerate misuse of state resources. Other stories you'll find, pardon me, technology is playing games. Okay, other stories you'll find, Mahama presents 100 pickups to police service. The minority helicopter tragedy should have strengthened Galamsey fight. You saw the minority presser yesterday, where Mama Pat addressed the press on what their impressions were on President John Dramani Mahama's first year.
Fight against the illegal
Yes,
mining.
and they said he has woefully failed in the fight against Galamsey. Other stories you'll find on channel1newsonline.com. Nooks fights for student representation on Scholarship Authority Board. You're responsible for $214 million loss. Accept it, Minority tells Gold Board. And government to replace TV license with public media levy. $214 million loss. Minority slams BOG governor for oversight failures. And Liv Rawlinson's ideals to honor his legacy. Zanato to Ghanaians. GTech withdraws recognition of ICAG over CEO's fake doctorate claim. If you come down here to the trending stories, Mahama commissions ultra-modern digital printing center at Ghana Publishing Company. MFWA backs government's plan to replace TV license with public media levy. And Kofi Kinata's Have Mercy 2 ranks second on Audiomack in December 2025. And there are more stories. Nigerian musicians Adenkule Gold and Simi become parents to twins. T-Pain surprises family with private jet after $100 million catalog sale. Charlie, people are living life. There's also been a one-week observance.
T-Pain surprises family with private jet.
Yes.
Wow.
After $100 million catalog sale.
Wow. Wow. T-Pain.
Wow. What can wow, sir? Yeah. Wow. All right, other stories you'll find. 1 week observance held for late gospel singer Mami Tiwa. And help us fight crimes, the IGP to the public. IGP uses new patrol vehicles. He says use new patrol vehicles to protect, not intimidate. And help us clear 13.6 million Ghana City electricity debt. That's the GBC to government. Those are some of the stories you'll find. In the business news, GRA Guta agree on transitional measures for new VAT law. And you heard me earlier say that SNIT has approved a 10% increase in pension payments for 2026. You're responsible for $214 million loss. Accept it, the minority is telling Gold Board. And from 23.8% to 5.4%, what Ghana's inflation means for households and businesses. Right.
Beautiful. So just briefly on the Graphic Online, although they didn't come in with the hard copy, a few of them here. Man burned to death in suspected arson attack at Asin Fusu. Also, President John Dramani Mahama pledges government support to graphic communications. We also have a story here that the president is committed to ethical leadership, calls for unity. Another bus smuggling over 1,000 ammunition to northern Ghana from Accra intercepted by police at Asankriri barrier. Also, there is the story of Kennedy Ejapon, rather Ken Oforiatta, who has been detained in the U.S. I think some of these stories are just old stories.
Old stories. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm on
old stories,
gna.org.gh. Some of the stories you'll find: Ofuriatta detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Singapore company to build housing units for security forces. The president says so. Immigration Service arrests foreign nationals for counterfeiting and cyber fraud. President Mahama presents 100 pickup vehicles to police service. Women farmers urge government to boost agricultural productivity through financial support. In the Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON 2025 all set for quarter-final showdown. Okay, that's a bit late, but yeah.
Interesting. So these are some of the stories we've brought to you on the online portals. You'd want to visit Channel 1, more newsonline.com or citynewsroom.com for more. It's going to be an interesting morning. Stay with us here. We have more for you on the show. I'm just itching to enter into the AIDS conversation so that we can see what really the issue is. Because I remember very well, sometime past, you would find the education being intensified. So videos were circulating. You would find adverts being aired. People, the awareness was there. And I'm sure you know of the ABC. The
Yes, abstain,
be faithful, and use
condom.
condom.
There used to be a song.
Yeah, there used to be a song. When they come here, we definitely ask them what has
They
happened
used
to that song.
Okay, to our viewers,
Yeah.
if you remember that song, please, 0204-447-033, 0204-447-033. That's the WhatsApp number. Send that message. If you remember the HIV song that used to, it used to play repeatedly. Jude and I have sang it on a Saturday show before, but
Oh, really?
for the life of me, I can't remember it. So our memories are just not working. But please, kindly, if you remember the HIV song that we used to sing, just to throw awareness out there for people to be careful, especially when HIV was at the height.
Yeah.
That's when I sing it
was actually
Not
that
really
time
paying
where they brought
attention to it.
Things We Do for Laugh. One of the TV series. Also
Yes,
to
it was
push
also
that.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the things.
Apusha?
Yeah,
I remember.
Anyway, so we take a quick break here. When we come back, we have more for you on the show. Stay with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV.
The Sweetroot Secondary School SWESCO Alumni Association invites all alumni to its annual all-year groups Thanksgiving and Remembrance Service. There will be remembrance of the departed PACAs and also the launch of the 67th Speech and Prize Giving Day. The date, Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Time, it's 2 p.m. Venue, Cedar Mountain Assemblies of God Church, East Legon. Contact your year group president and register your attendance now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Assan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Assan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataracts, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and there be a pampers and a benwa or bosom. So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you already know.
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
No one ball, what back. You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Want the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday. Ten years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up. From the 1st to the 8th of March 2026, get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon.
Just send nice the messenger to warn you about this HIV. This, my friend. Stop firm or you gonna fever. Collaboration. You can be to one lover. He's not on, he's not in. You can wait until marriage.
Ooh-cha, tick-tock, my bedroom. You know one catch me some rubber. Oh, one time. Yata, you go doctor no in time. Me rape him, me nyam na masem. And yeah, but you have it now with them in time. Me no one come say, oh, me ship him. No me didn't hold them tick-tock ayamba. I'm out for much of you. Ya rent for off it war. Niti, pino, pom much me anything. Na me smart nip him. Me mademo,
Magabu, Mawaga, Dalala Yahalaga, Maba Ace, Namanya Wago, a Kukuga, anya Chicago, yenya dam dego, number jiba ya kodo ya la, lamadeka, adona zanu yo ya naba, condom la, nasila do ya wune na ko, inchifafa, na napa du kona no jijim, kaba kaba, cho, kaba kaba, kaba kaba.
Mata da ku muke, zamu muku gargadi, da wannan mugun ciwo HIV ke kashewa, da baba da amma, wallahi kun ji ko, wannan ciwon HIV wallahi ba shi da kyau, wannan gargadi. Friction, ya rubuto ko kaki ko kaso wallahi mun fada.
It is real, my brethren. You can maintain one lover. Rastafari come to warn you. It's not on, it's not in. But I'm killer, this is nonsense. You can wait until marriage. We got no remedy.
It's all about the AIDS. You don't want me to now. Don't forget about your condom. I know from the rubber socks. Who know you are? I know Chere
My lad, yes, if you have a check of recognize. Those years, you never come live in a paradise. 1 hour years make you feel free like ice. Natural robbers make you die like flowers. Mothers and women, them a die like houseflies. Don't you simply check and recognize. And just think twice again. My lad.
Zinova, show who can fall. So you can't catch ya. Hold up on his mother. It's your way. Sakapabia. Narewabo. Enti down yanko. Sawu. Sawu down yanko. Munyan the bonnie down. Manyamini weni. Wapanye nanu. Na Sunday brother. You can maintain one lover. Rastafari, it's not on, it's not in. It is a killer, killer, killer. Until married, can't stop it. Oh mama, hear my cry.
And you're Rihanna and I'm the prominent here being come here. And then we could be saying, I see I saw a question. You've been a year now when you're my answer. Yeah, you kiss your nanny, think it's international crew. Yeah, then a call on the room. When you get a more www.com with me to the summer home. Some should rush a shop. Now we are some my attack, crack me up on my command to do.
Charlie, there is nothing wrong with having good sex. But use a condom, Charlie, there are many to select. Secure, can't test, and even Durex. Use your condom, Charlie, and protect your health.
It's be real, baby, you sabi the deal. The last girl where you drop, you be your last meal.
We tell them it's a dangerous disease. I'm on advising. It's on this surface is a warning. Put on your condom, protect this kingdom. Protection before the action. Abstention prevents abortion. Original Rascorby warning.
Esta malani mio moja lele Koya dale krani efite boshi o enya ke agana mamufe
Wami angani yo Eti Oruku mabeshi Oruku minzifu Wami angani yo Shawa mampino Yapa
Who's carry a dog for me, see you. To marry couples, only you. I see you amazing, my foot to you.
Did you see that?
Yes. That was the song.
Yeah.
That was the song I was referring to.
But
see
even,
how nice, like you can even, the lyrics are easy to follow. I love it.
It was good.
It was
and
a
even
good
at the
campaign.
latter part, I saw every day 200 people contract the HIV virus. And well, let's see how it is now and what the statistics are now, and if the education has really gone down and if people are adhering to what we would term as the protocols, whether they are really going about it. But in studio is Caroline Adona Daga, who is the head of Prevention, Counseling and Nutrition at the National AIDS and STI Control Program, and she's joining us in studio. Later, you'll definitely have a doctor from the Ghana AIDS Commission who also join for us to have further conversation of what is happening in the country. Good morning, madam. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Good, good, good. How is it going with the... First, let's start with education. Because like Eno said, it's been long we saw this video play on TV, or we heard of the song air on radio to sort of push down the education. How is education on HIV going?
Yeah, as a program, we are doing our best. And just as she indicated earlier, I got excited when I heard this song because it was all over the airwaves. Everybody was hearing and were educating, were entertaining. All of a sudden, everything is off. And I think you need to be doing this for us. Yes, because we don't have the money to ask for the space for us to do this, but as part of our corporate social responsibility, if all the stations can do this from time to time, I think it will help us. But we are educating, and that is why we are here this morning. You have called us here. We are also in most of other platforms that we talk about. And in moving forward, we want to also leverage on social media.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword, but I mean, it's a very powerful tool if you really want to reach our young persons, the youth, in HIV prevention activities. Okay.
But how is it going now with the figures, with the HIV statistics that we have in the country now? Are the numbers reducing or the numbers are increasing? And if you can give us the national outlook, what are the numbers now?
Okay. So for the National AIDS Control Program, just as I indicated earlier, we are under the Ghana Health Service. And this was set up in 1986, after we diagnosed our first HIV cases in 1987, after we diagnosed our first HIV cases in 1986. And as at the end of 2024, about 334,721 persons were estimated to be living with HIV in Ghana. And then we also have the new infections that occurred under the same year. So new infections were about 15,290. And then AIDS-related deaths were 12,614. So that's on that outlook. And then for our prevalence, if you take 100 Ghanaians, general population, and test them for HIV, you are looking at about 1 or 2 persons testing positive for HIV. That's among the general population, because our prevalence now is 1.49%. But then, that is general population. We have subpopulations in terms of groups of people. If you take people who have been diagnosed with other STIs like gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and all that, 100 of them, and test them for HIV, you are going to get about 9 of them testing positive for HIV.
Wow.
You are getting about 9 of them testing positive for HIV. Then you take people who have been diagnosed with TB disease, active TB. We all have TB, bacilli as we sit here, but we don't have the disease. For those with the disease, when you take 100 of them and test them for HIV, you are looking at about 12 of them testing positive. Because the prevalence among this group of people is 12%.
Wow, I like the general.
When you look at, you take female sex workers, 100 of them test them for HIV, you are getting about 4 to 5 of them testing positive for HIV. You take men who have sex with men, 100 of them, you are getting about 26 of them testing positive for HIV.
26?
You take transgender women, you are getting about 48 out of 100 testing positive. You take pregnant women, 100, you are looking about 1 or 2 testing positive. So all these statistics I'm giving, it just tells us that we are a country that has a generalized epidemic. Even though other subpopulations are contributing significantly, it is everywhere. Wherever you pick, children, adolescents, adults, there is HIV. And that is why we need
to a point that you made about the men with men and also the trans I noticed the numbers have increased in that area. I'll come to that. But joining us is Dr. Fred Nana Poku, who is Director of Technical Services at the Ghana AIDS Commission. He just joined us. Let's speak Dr. Poku's thoughts on the statistics now on the AIDS infection that we are having in the country now. Doc, good morning and thanks for joining us this morning. First of all, what is the outlook for the Ghana AIDS Commission?
Well, in 2026, we want to see new infections coming down drastically. Unfortunately, it's quite high. Last year, we had more than 12,200.
So you have done your ratings, or you have been able to collect?
2024.
Okay.
Yeah, 2024. Yes. That was more than 15,290 new infections occurred in Ghana, which is not interesting and it's not good enough. So we want to ensure that new infections comes down drastically. We're currently looking at developing our national strategic plan, which will define some of the targets that we will have for the country. So stakeholders will meet. We have done review of the last strategy, and then we have seen the lapses, we've seen the success stories, we've seen where we can strengthen the response. And we are hoping that in this year, moving forward, we will have more reduction in our new infections.
Wow, Doc, thank you for that quick intro. But let's come to Caroline again. I was asking that when you made mention of the statistics for pregnant women, for sex workers, for men with men, trans and all that, why do we have the numbers trans and men with men increasing? From what you know,
we are talking about prevalence. Prevalence in the sense those who have the existing cases that we have here. And it's increasing because of the mode of the act, okay? Because it has to do with an area that it easily bruised, okay? That is it. But then that's why I was quick to say that even though prevalence among these groups is high, it is everywhere.
Yeah.
And the question I always ask people is, we say female sex workers, who patronizes them? It's our brothers, it's our husbands and all that. And this figure or statistics I'm giving about the prevalence among men who have sex with men, that same study came out to tell us that 50% of these people are bisexual. Meaning that they are the men in our homes, our husbands, our brothers and all that. And that is why usually, even though we give out the figures for education purposes, for intervention purposes, we do not want to single out any, because people within our homes belong to these groups.
Wow.
Okay, and so it is everywhere, even though others contribute significantly
also
to
show that
it.
there's a higher proportion of new infections among females. What is accounting for this?
Yeah, for the females, you know, where we find ourselves, I'll start with even our biological makeup.
Yeah.
You look at our genital area. You see the surface area is so wide, okay? And so as the sexual intercourse is going on, the attraction in and out, there's a likelihood of bruising and all that, you get it. And the man ejaculates. If she's positive, if the man is positive and ejaculates, it's there.
Right.
Remember the penis, they say we should say, excuse me. Yeah, so
the
penis,
go ahead.
yeah,
It
the
is what it
outer
is.
part of the penis is like the skin, you know, and it's a barrier. And so and aside that, you can have one man infecting about 5 or more women.
Wow.
Yeah, because one man can have more than 5, 2, 3, 4 girlfriends. That's what I'm saying. But the vice versa, you hardly get one woman, even though it's not impossible doing that. And so if one man is positive, the man can infect as many people as possible. And then another thing sometimes is just the fact that women are those who visit the facility for diverse or different reasons. And so we are able to get them and we screen them and then we identify the cases.
That is to say that there are some numbers or there are some people who have not even visited a health facility to even get tested.
That is the men, yes. Even though...
It's not only the men.
Dr. Mogo wants to disagree with you on that.
So yes, with the statistics, if you look at our estimated population, PLHIV, I'm talking of persons living with HIV population, about 68.5 of them are females, just as you rightly said. If you look at the new infections that occurred in 2024, about 67% were females.
Wow.
You look at the AIDS-related deaths, about 56% were females.
Wow.
But the other aspect of it that is even more alarming has to do with the fact that we have children 0 to 14 years who 10% of them were among these deaths that occurred.
And how did they get it from their
From
parents?
through mother to child. And then the new infections that occurred among the, 0 to 14 accounted for about 8% of those new infections.
Wow. But no, let's look at regional statistics.
Yeah.
So we have 16 regions. From your check from the Ghana AIDS Commission, which of the regions will you say that we have a lot of numbers, or we are recording a lot of people who have contracted the HIV/AIDS?
It's Greater Accra region. The persons living with HIV, there are more than 77,000 in Greater Accra, out of the 334,000, over 334,000 people. So Greater Accra has a huge number of persons living with HIV. We come to Ashanti, we have a lot of people there. We come to Eastern region, we come to Bono, etc., etc. When we go to the northern part of the country, the infections are low, or lower than what we have in the southern and the middle belts of the country. Northeast, northern have the lowest Savannah, they have the lowest numbers and the lowest prevalences in the region. To add to what my sister was talking about the females, I like that because women are the brunt of the infection. And one of the data that we have is what we call the transmission index, the ability or the propensity for transmission to occur from a man to a woman, and from a woman to a man, or a female to the other partner. In fact, our transmission index, which measures how many infections can be produced by a single man or 100 men who gets infection, is 3 times more than that of women. It means that 100 men can transmit 3 times infections more.
Wow.
Wow.
To their female counterparts than men. Wow. The index from male to female is 9.7%. And from female to male is less than 3%, about 2.95. And the country's index is about 5.3. So young ladies, young men, you have to be more careful and more aggressive in negotiating when you're having sex.
Shouldn't even be a negotiation. I think it should be
we negotiate to have safe sex, to get condoms, to use condoms, because it's very difficult in recent times. And
what has accounted to the difficult thing about the usage of condom? Let me deal with Caroline. I'm sure that you are with the prevention, and you have been going out. You've been hearing people. What is it that they've not been able to do to use the condom one? And what are you doing at your outfits to protect women? Because you are saying that the risk associated, or they stand a bigger chance of being infected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I take it, I'll start from that of the condoms. The condoms, yes, I mean, they are the only way of, if you use that one, it gives that dual protection. Protects against pregnancy, and also protects against sexually transmitted infections. But the issue here has to do with the stigma surrounding everything about sex in this part of the world that we live in.
Oh, okay.
We all have sex.
Really? You
Oh,
see
you're
even
asking really?
you see even in people who have delivered their children, nobody wants to talk about sex.
Yeah.
It's like an unwritten taboo somewhere. And that is one of the problems. And so when people want to use the condoms and they have to go to a pharmacy shop to purchase these condoms, sometimes I say that it's not even the people around, it's some kind of self-stigma.
Yeah.
The fact that when you are going, you already are thinking that people will see you buying condoms. And so even going for the condoms is a challenge. And when people see you using condoms or going to purchase, it's as if you are promiscuous and all that. And we want to change that narrative. All our people, our viewers, our listeners, understand that using condoms is a form of responsibility. You are trying to be responsible to prevent getting new infections or sexually transmitted infections and also transmitting to others.
But you used to give condoms out in tertiary institutions or in senior high schools. It's called Be Safe. Do you still do it?
No, in fact, for senior high schools, no condoms.
Okay, so tertiary.
Tertiary.
Okay.
Because the GS protocols, you don't even, when you go to the SHS to give education, you are not supposed to even talk about condoms.
Oh, okay.
And that is an area that's a gray area that we need to look at. Because it's time for us
having
to,
sex.
yes, to
Let's be honest.
to stop playing ostrich. Yeah. And so these are some of the things that come back to bite us. They're already having sex, but we are pretending they don't.
Yeah.
And people, they keep saying, if you educate them, you are spoiling them. But I think that is empowerment.
Yes.
You are empowering them to be responsible in their lifestyle because they are a future generation. And just as I mentioned earlier, prevalence amongst them is increasing. Yeah, future workforce. Should we just pretend that they don't have and wait for them to get infected? And that is another gray area with our condoms and all that. Another area that we are looking at, and Dr. Poku is here, GAC is planning to get these vending machines at vantage points where you go, there will not be any stigma if they are in washrooms of the malls, public spaces where somebody can just go and take your condoms and go away. That's fine. And I watched a program on UTV recently, and they were interviewing these young Okada guys, and they were talking about, no, I don't use condoms. It's not, it doesn't feel the same and all that. You don't get the taste. The women don't like it. And so we have a lot of work to do for people to understand that, look, it's better to enjoy halfway and live longer, healthy, than to have it the full package and then die early.
Doc, you have something to add to that.
Just to add to that. So we're looking at condom access programs. That is what we want to do. In fact, when you go to other countries, Kenya, South Africa, they have these condom access programs, even for secondary school students.
Wow.
And research has shown that really it is not the availability or access of condoms that causes or stirs the youth into, in quote, promiscuity or sexual activity. It is not that. It is already there. So providing the condoms is rather protective rather than kind of encouraging them to do social vices. And they have these programs they call condom access programs. And if you are sexually active, there's a way you can just engage with your supervisor or whatever it is, and then you have access to these condoms. We're thinking of increasing the accessibility of condoms through the non-traditional methods. Currently, we know that it's just the pharmacies and, as you were saying, etc., that you can access the condoms. We want to look at how to make them available everywhere, anywhere, when you want to use it.
Wow.
And then, you know, Ghanaians, we already have this mentality that anything that is free is inferior. It's not good.
Yeah.
So there will be some small token that you insert into this vending machine, and then you can access your condom. And we want to put them at vantage points. We have to develop the concept already, and we are looking for funding. That's one of our main our main functions is resource mobilization. So looking at how to really get some private sectors and other institutions involved so we can be able to bring this to reality.
Caroline, do you still preach be faithful or abstinence? Or what is the main key thing you tell the youth and also people who are having unprotected sex?
Yes, we do still preach those traditional methods of or ways of HIV prevention. They are still key. So we preach them, but we have also now gone a little further. Times have changed and we need to move with time. And so aside our being faithful, first abstinence for the younger ones, and then for those who are already in relationships, they need to have that mutual faithfulness. But of course, you need to know your partner status, and then you have that, and then the use of condoms correctly and consistently. Aside that, we have moved now to using what we call this pre-exposure prophylaxis.
What's that?
Pre-exposure prophylaxis. They are medicines, the HIV medicines that people will take, somebody who is at high risk or has a substantial risk of getting HIV. They are available for that person to access and be taken, so as to prevent the person from getting HIV. And they are taken daily. And then there are others that are other people can take it event-driven. The person knows that, okay, I'm going to meet a partner, maybe who is HIV positive, who I don't know the person's status, but I'm going to engage in a raw sex. So the person goes...
So the person plans ahead that
yes,
I'm going to have raw
it's a
sex.
planned test. It's pre-exposure.
Yeah.
Pre-exposure. So you
And it
go for
works?
it.
I think a message has been sent on the why is PrEP. It's called PrEP, right?
PrEP, yes, that's PrEP.
Why is PrEP widely accessible and publicly promoted in countries like South Africa, while Ghana, many people are still unaware that such HIV prevention drug even exists?
Yeah, so that is why we are here and we are talking about it. In fact, some people know, but then it's the education, just I say, if you give us these platforms and we talk about it, people get to know. So we have that in the system, but we have the oral PrEP only, but we have other new technologies when it comes to PrEP. That's the pre-exposure prophylaxis. We have a vaginal ring, that's the Dapivrim vaginal ring, where women can insert. It is loaded with the ARVs, that's the antiretrovirals, or the antiretroviral medicines. And then it releases slowly for a month. They go and they take it off. And then there's another one, Kabla. That's also a long-acting injectable. That one, the person goes for the injection. It lasts for 2 months. And then after that, the person goes again. Then we have another one, the that one, effectiveness, very clear, over 99% effective against prevention. And that one is taken twice yearly. So the person goes for that injection, it covers the person for 6 months, the person goes again. But unfortunately, we do not have these new technologies of preventing HIV in this part of our country. What we have is just the oral, the pills. People get tired, adherence becomes an issue.
How often do you need to take these
pills? No, we have the daily one, so long as the exposure exists, so long as the risk exists. If you know that or continue to engage in risk, it means you have to keep taking it. And some people, because of stigma, because it's the same medicines we use to treat HIV, just that the treatment, there are 3 medicines, mostly put in as 1 tablet. But with prophylaxis, there are 2. So some people even don't want to take it because if you take it home and somebody sees and knows that is one of the living thing that you're already positive.
So there's also a stigma attached to that one.
Stigma attached to it and all that. And so the way to go is these new technologies that we need to, and we have written some proposals, and just as Nana Poku said, it has to do with funding. And if
Dr.
we get
Poku,
all these things.
Is the current national HIV strategy adequately funded? Well, since we're talking about funding.
Adequately funded?
Yes.
Are you asking me that question?
Yes, I'm asking you that question.
No, we have huge financial gaps. In fact, we need a lot of money. I think we are looking at about $150 million and things like that. We are nowhere near that. we sometimes have about 55, 45, and all things like that. So there's a lot of gaps in our funding aspect. That is also responsible for some of the gaps we are seeing in our strategies, implementation, and in effectively providing prevention methods. In fact, we were just talking about this PrEP issue. One of the key factors that it is not open to the public so much currently is that of knowledge aspect of it, because people might misuse and then we get resistance to HIV. The second aspect is the funding issue, because it is currently free.
Well, the PrEP is free?
Yes.
And how do you assess it?
How do you assess it?
How do you get it?
You have to go to the facilities. We have a lot of facilities that can give all the ART centers across the country. We have more than 750 sites that provide ARVs for treatment. When you go there, as an individual, you'll be assessed your risk profile, and after that, you consider you eligible or not, and then you do a few tests. And first of all, you have to be sure you are not already positive.
So it's not like it's in the pharmacies?
Not really, it's not. And then after that, you are given. So funding is an issue, knowledge and the risks of whatever is also an issue. So we have to increase knowledge first about it, and then also look for the funds to support that program. We are also looking, as you were saying, at getting the more recent innovations, the injectables, into the system. And as you said, you get once, twice in a year. In fact, they are even looking at getting once a year injectables. But currently we have the ones, the lenacapavir, which you inject twice in a year, and then we are protected. It's like taking malaria prophylaxis. Pregnant women will take some medicines to prevent them from getting malaria, or somebody coming from the UK or Europe thinks it's coming to Ghana where malaria is endemic. So it's a prey before you are exposed to the mosquitoes and all that agents that might cause malaria. You take that medicine. It's a similar concept that is applied to HIV.
I know most of your funding probably would have come from outside, but in the face of donor shifts now, that must be a tough call for fighting AIDS in Ghana in general.
Yes, we lost quite some substantial money from USA. About $14 million was what was expected last year, but we couldn't realize all of that. And then we also lost some amount from other sources. So the funding challenges is huge with us. But luckily, prior to all this, we had already started or initiated some sustainability plans. So we were able to develop a very comprehensive sustainability plan, which was launched last year, just the latter parts of last year, and then we are about implementing. And that looks at more of non-traditional sources of funding, internally generating of funds that will support the response. So we are hopeful that with the implementation of this plan and other measures that we are trying to put in place, getting the private sector, corporate entities involved, we will get adequate funding to support our program.
Caroline, let's talk about the stigma. How are you dealing with the stigma now? And if you tend to see someone who, in a way, has contracted HIV/AIDS, how do you deal with the person? Because I think it's part of the reason why people would not want to come out to get tested and see the figures we have by way of people who have contracted this infection or this disease.
So you are if I understand you, you want to know
how your outfit is
yeah,
dealing with stigma.
With stigma, yeah. So for stigma, we have collaborated with other organizations. In fact, previous grants, we had some of our SRs like CHAG, okay, working, and we trained health facilities in the country, I mean, to reduce stigma. They become stigma-free facilities. Because sometimes the stigma even starts from the health facility. Okay. Because if I go and test, and I test positive, how will people outside get to know? So the first thing is to address that stigma from within the facility itself, so that when clients come and test positive, they know how to keep that in confidence, because it's somebody's health information. Are you getting it? And so we have done that over the years. There's still much to be done. In fact, another thing that we are doing with another partner now is to incorporate these models that we used to train the in-service persons, I mean those who are already out of school and they are practicing, into the pre-service training curriculum. So our nurses training colleges, our midwifery training colleges, as part of the content of the course, these models are taught, preparing them to have that open mind, stigma-free minds, to see every client as the same and unique, so that when they get out, that's already is in their minds, and then it goes on as it is. Another thing that we are doing is we are using some of this same PS. So for instance, you go to the ANC, you know we have women, because of our EMTCT, that's eliminating of mother-to-child transmission. Pregnant women are tested. So we have some models, we call them KDES. These are women who tested positive when they were pregnant, went through the interventions, gave birth, and have HIV negative babies. They are looking healthy. So they have availed themselves as models, let's say, support systems for the newly diagnosed positive pregnant women. They use themselves as examples, and then they are, in fact, that is funded by the Global Fund, the current grant funds that they are giving some stipends, and they do that. And that at least addresses the stigma somehow. There's a phase to it. And so when one tests positive newly, I mean, that's a blow and all that, and so these people are there to support. You go to the ART, those who are not pregnant, we have the models of hope with them, who are already also HIV positive. They are on treatment, they are doing well, they are virally suppressed, okay, looking healthy, and so they use themselves to support, to address all this. When you look at our young adolescent and young persons, 15 to 24 years, we have the community adolescent treatment supporters. We call them CATS. They also support their age group, because it's better to, because if you ask an adult, the younger ones will not feel okay, so you get their peers to support and all this. And of course, as part of the stigma, our treatment models, we are using a model now we call differentiated service delivery. What it does is, yes, we're taking care of people, but we want to tailor our services to the needs of each client. Yeah, you can have 10 people with HIV, but their needs are different. Okay. And then you know that when people get on treatment, there are some people that after 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, they are virally suppressed. They are not sick, nothing happens, they are just HIV positive. And you have others.
Oh, then they move about normal.
Of course, people move about. You won't know that this person is positive. If you tell the person will be positive, no sickness, because the medicines have suppressed the virus, the multiplication of the virus to an extent where even if the person goes for them to take the sample to look for the viral copies, the HIV in the blood, it comes out that target not detected. The machines are not able to detect. It means that in the bloodstream, there are so few that they can't. And when the person gets to that point, the person can no longer transmit to other persons. Okay. And so what we are trying to do is this stigma, once the person gets to that point, it helps this person not to be sick. And so this model is like that those people will now give them 6 months supply of medicines. Instead of the person coming to the facility every month, and maybe people will see the person and all that, the person comes, we give 6 months. So the person visits the facility twice in a year.
And this supply, is it free or?
It's all free. In fact, HIV care in Ghana is free. Testing is free, treatment is free, viral load monitoring is free. Okay, and this is the cascade that we are doing. You know, we have an HIV care cascade. We are looking at testing, we are looking at treatment, we're looking at viral load monitoring. I'm sure you have heard about our 95 targets. And it's based on our estimated HIV population of 334,721. So we want that at least 95% of these people are tested. 95 for those who are tested and know that they are positive, put on treatment and achieve viral suppression. So these things, we are doing them to try to ensure that at least our stigma in the country goes way down. And we are also engaging community-based organizations in these services that we are providing. Okay. And as we are also here talking, please, somebody who is positive, that person is not a threat to anyone. Once the person is on treatment and achieves viral suppression, that person, in fact, technically cannot transmit the infection to anyone, even if the person doesn't use condoms.
I think you're changing the narrative, because those times when you say someone who has HIV, you can't even eat with the person, you can't sit by the person, the stigma and all that.
That was wrong information.
That is the wrong.
But is HIV is deadly like it was preached years back? Is it deadly?
HIV is a viral infection. Right? You can have a viral infection, you can have a cold, which is due to influenza virus. It's just that the viruses attack a different component of your body.
But Doc, is it deadly now, or is
it is not deadly?
Thank you.
You see, at the same time, it's deadly.
Doc, what are you telling us?
Yes.
Is it deadly or it's not? Because see, the reason I'm asking that
I'm coming. Let me explain.
Minds, they are like, when you get it, then you are going down.
No, that's what I'm coming to explain. HIV is not deadly, but it is also deadly.
Okay.
There's no disease that cannot kill.
Okay.
Every disease that can kill you is deadly.
Okay.
Malaria per se is not deadly. But malaria kills a lot of children in this country than other conditions. So it is deadly. I'm just trying to bring our mind to certain components of HIV. First of all, about preventing it, that's why I'm saying it's deadly. And secondly, when you get it, going for your right medications and staying on treatment to get to the viral stages so that you don't develop AIDS, which is deadly. Right. Because when you get to the A stage, which we have 4 stages, you can pop at any time, because any diseases can easily, you succumb to any kind of diseases and you can pop. So that is the deadly aspect of it. But as a condition, when that virus enters you and you test and you know that you have the virus, there are medications, there are protocols that you can have and you don't have any problem. But the previous concept, right, that we did not really understand the pathogenesis, the mode of acquisition, right, had made the stigma of HIV so ingrained. And that is what we are trying to change, right? Because, as you rightly said, you see that person who is cachectic, very lean, they tell you that don't even touch that person. Because we didn't understand how the person got the disease. Now we know and understand that touching it, you cannot, or touching or hugging or kissing somebody, you cannot get it. Because of the understanding of the mode of transmission, pathogenesis. And still, in our environment, because of this ignorance, people hold on to it so much. Hitherto, we thought that it was sex workers or, in quote, only promiscuous people.
Yeah.
So if immediately you are labeled or you test and you find out that you're positive, you are categorized. Stigma is attached to your name. Wherever you go, they just point fingers at you and all that.
Does it even affect people having businesses and all that?
Yes.
Someone is running an eatery and the person,
Right.
the status of that person is known.
Because
People
of the
don't go there.
ignorance we had. Today, as we speak, a 0 years person, somebody who is in the mother's womb, who had not even seen life, nor had sex or anything,
You can contract.
is contracting HIV. In fact, last year, 2024, more than 1,243 children were brought into Ghana from their mother's womb with HIV.
That's 2024 statistics.
I'm telling you, more than 1,200. Now, these people are in Ghana. Every year, if we churn out these people into Ghana, how then do you point at that young lady who is now 18 or 16, wearing a miniskirt somewhere, as because of her promiscuity, that made her get virus? How then do you stigmatize the person? How then do you prevent her from going to school? In fact, the demographic survey says that adults were saying that they won't allow their kids to school with people or other persons whose kids have the virus in their blood. As if by just sitting down and learning, teacher teaching you or breathing around, you can contract the disease. No, it's ignorance. There are some diseases, when I sweat and I touch you, you can get it.
Yeah.
So that one, that is why we have some contagious diseases that we we isolate cases and all that. COVID.
Yeah.
If I sneeze on you, you get it. Right? So that narrative, that's what I'm saying, that narrative that we had about HIV, that has to change. And that is why the education and understanding comes in. So today, as we're speaking, there's no reason behind stigmatizing people with HIV. If you have a problem with somebody's lifestyle, you can go quietly talk to or advise in your own way. But you can't stigmatize that person because he has the virus. Thank you.
But we are not leaving you out there. You can join us with your thoughts, submissions, and
There's
comments
some messages
on
there.
the HIV/AIDS conversation. In studio, we have Caroline, who is the head of prevention and counseling. We'll ask her about the counseling bit, what they've been telling people with people who have contracted the disease. So she's the head of prevention, counseling, and nutrition as National AIDS and STI Control Program. And also we have Dr. Nana Poku, who is the Director of Technical Services, Ghana AIDS Commission. Both of them are in studio, so you'd want to share with us your messages, what you think of HIV/AIDS, what has been the question in your mind for a very long time. They are here to answer them. Endo, we have
Yes,
some
there's
messages.
some of the messages here. One says they're impressed with what we're doing. Is it possible to negotiate with the government so that HIV screening can be included to the normal routine labs for everybody, especially the youth who visit the hospital?
Maybe, Caroline, you want to pick that?
I think government is
Okay, so Dr. Poku.
Yeah.
No, HIV screening is free, but it is not mandatory. Even, let's be frank, even when you go to the hospital, right, and you are a pregnant woman, you have to be tested to look at your blood levels, HB. Essentially, it's not supposed to be mandatory. Okay? They ask you, please, we want to do this test on you. Do you agree? That is the normal. But because it had been routinely done and all over, it becomes something that is done. But every test conducted on any person, you need consent from that person. HIV test is free. Anytime you walk to any facility and you said you want HIV testing, it can be done for you. It can be done for you.
Wow.
Unless they don't have the test kits at that point in time. So, young man, we don't want to make it mandatory. Currently, it is not mandatory. There are about 3 or 4 circumstances that HIV testing is mandatory.
Pregnancy is part of it, I guess.
Not really, but it is.
So I don't know if I can just.
There have been a lot of contentions about pregnancy being mandatory for HIV testing, but actually, it's not. But you are offered, and you have to accept. Most people accept, and it's become routine as it is. Mandatory testing when you are donating your organ for transplant. It's one of the conditions that HIV testing is mandatory. Mandatory testing when you rape somebody, HIV testing, and you are caught, it can order you, whether you like, whether you refuse or not, it's mandatory. They will test you to find out your HIV status. Mandatory testing, I've talked about rape, organ
what of blood
transfusion aspect is also mandatory. And then by order of a court.
Oh, okay.
Right? Okay. By order of a court. These are the few cases currently in Ghana that HIV testing is mandatory. There might be one or two.
Caroline, you want to touch on that quickly. After that,
pregnancy
you touch on how the counseling is going. Very important, because it also falls under
So I just to add on to Dr. Poku's submission, even though it's not mandatory, what we are doing at the facilities is that we are routinely offering the services. These days we are not sitting there for people to come and say, I want to have an HIV test done. As and when you are at the facility, we sell the service to you. That we have the services, they are free. And the policy is that everybody who comes, we should offer it to you as part of your routine services that we provide.
And which hospitals?
All the hospitals.
Public?
Public, private. And that is the same thing we are doing for the pregnant women. In fact, for the pregnant women, it's taken off fully. Ideally, OPD is supposed to be inpatient, every part of the facility, nutrition rehabs. So we have entry points for these places with test kits. And so as you do that, people now opt out. It's part of the services. If you, just as you said, if you don't want to be part, you can say, okay, I've heard, you've educated me on all that, told me all is free, but I don't want to do it now. Okay. And again, we have our HIV self-test kits available that we give out.
Are they the self-testing, yes?
Yes. So at least everybody can, you give them out their instructions in it. We have videos and all that. The person goes to do it at the comfort of his or her home. So as you are watching us, look, go to, they are around.
We have some in NACP.
In Ghana is coming, yes. We have some in NACP. And so you can pick them and then test yourself. I think the challenge when it comes to this testing has to do with our policies too, and he is here. Now, anybody who is less than 16 years, before you do an HIV test, you need parental consent.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yes. So if a 16-year-old come to me for services, less than 16 years, I can provide all the information, education, the counseling, but when it comes to taking the sample and testing, I will need that a parent of that child or a guardian to give your consent.
What if I don't want mommy or daddy to see that
that is where the challenge is. Except if this less than 15, if the person is already married, is pregnant, or has children, we have that group we call matured minors. Aside that, the other 16 years, the policies. So that is another area, gray area that we need to
policies and
there are some policies that are not helping us in a way.
Because 16 years,
but
the child may have done something
but
and run away from
marriage,
parents.
this thing is 18.
Okay.
Consent for sex is also is 18. So there are some policies that are not helping us that much. And as policymakers, we are looking at all that. And how to go around such. And even this, we talked about distribution of condoms in second cycle institutions. That's also a policy that is not helping. Though on the ground we know what is happening. You go to Cape Coast, and 13-year-olds are carrying twins in their bellies and all that. But we say we shouldn't give them family planning.
Family planning.
Wow,
What
interesting.
culturally appropriate approaches could we use to increase education on HIV? And I don't know which of you would want to take that, because we're saying 13-year-olds are carrying babies. Meanwhile, GES says don't go and preach condom use or family planning methods in schools. So what culturally appropriate methods can be used in the interim while we wait for policies to be changed?
Talk. I think you're government here, so over to you.
No, so the education, I mean, like the sexual education, appropriate for age and sex is what will help. Somebody was asking whether we still preach abstinence in our day and time where sex has become a game. For everybody, most people, not everybody per se. So it's difficult, but we need to inculcate that. Then we also have to ensure that we speak to the moral fiber of individuals. Though we are not pure, everything that will help us to make people understand and stop the transmission of HIV. So abstinence, teaching of abstinence, being faithful, sexuality education, prevention. You know, it's not only sex. HIV comes by drug use.
Drug use?
Yeah, drug injectors, those who inject drugs. In fact, is one of the easiest and fastest.
Also because I use it, I give it to somebody there, yeah.
Right. So those components, we have to ensure that we educate the youth on drug use. In fact, when you go to some part of the northern region, it's become so rampant. And all that. So HIV, that's why it's a multi-sectorial, multidisciplinary action. You'll be surprised that one of the prevention methods for HIV is keeping young ladies in school.
Really?
That's true. I believe it.
Oh, but the same schools, these children are doing whatever they want there.
No.
Oh.
Studies shows in Eastern Africa that ladies, young, who complete secondary education, their risk of getting HIV decreases about 3 times. So keeping ladies in school is one key. We call that what we call structural prevention, one of the structural prevention, because there are certain systemic issues that pushes people into behaviors that let them get the HIV. And when we are able to solve some of these, even cash transfers, it has been noted that ladies and other youth in elsewhere, when they are giving cash transfers whilst they go to school, HIV incidence goes down. So employment is a way of even stopping HIV transmission.
Wow.
Keeping people in school is a way of stopping HIV transmission.
Wow.
So there are a lot of issues. Stigma reduction is a way of stopping HIV transmission.
Okay.
How can we encourage the men? And boys to get tested?
Yes. The self-test kit is one of the
ways
we are exploring, and it's doing some good. It's doing some good. they don't go. You know, the self-seeking behaviors of men, it's a different story. They have to be bundled when they are almost dying in their bed before they accept to go to the facilities. So making it available in their own comfort of their own homes to test is a way. Also, in doing couple counseling, and our counselor is here.
Yeah, our counselor. Someone that sent a message, so I'll ask the counselor.
Okay, that's
So before that, the counseling thing, how do you go about the counseling?
Yeah, I wanted to just
let me read these messages first.
I want to add on to the young ones. That as a program, we have funding under Global Fund, where we are working with a civil society organization, Hope for Future Generations, reaching out to adolescent girls and young women, and also adolescent boys and young men. And then we are working with Garnet, who is the sub-recipient for this HIV self-test distribution. And they are also reaching out to our headquarters, fisher folk, and all that as a way of preventing HIV and AIDS. Yeah.
So how do you go about the counseling? But before that, someone says that, hi, please, can I get the contact to the counselor? I need her help. I'm on ART, that's antiretroviral drug
therapy.
Another one too says that from your outfit, NACP should strongly target the slay queens and in the colleges and the universities to insist on men to use condoms. Most men are generally weak when it comes to using condoms. We men, when we get to that point, we can't think. This is coming from Justin. You say, this one said, good morning, I'm enjoying the conversation, but want to ask Doc for me.
Hold on, let Caroline answer a question, then you can ask Doc this question for him to answer.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So Caroline, how you are going about the counseling bit and at your outfit?
Yeah, so at our outfit, what we do is we train the counselors in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, on how to counsel people. We have, before you test somebody for HIV, you must provide what we refer to as pre-test information. You need to give the person the basic facts about HIV. Okay, such that if the person even decides not to test and goes out, the person goes out empowered and equipped to educate others. And if the person tests positive or negative, we have services for those people. Now we are using a concept we call status neutral approach to HIV testing, such that regardless of your status, if you are positive, you are counseled, given post-test counseling, and it's a step-by-step form of counseling, which I cannot do here now, but the counselors have been trained, and when they do that, they give that information, then the person is put on treatment because the person is HIV positive. For the negative, there's another way of counseling the negative and linking to prevention. Okay. So STI management, screening and management, the PrEP is there. We talk about PEP, which is the post-exposure prophylaxis. That one, the first one we said before, that's spray. We have another one that when the exposure occurs, you can visit the health facility within 72 hours and get those medicines, which is post-exposure prophylaxis. So we talk about that and all the things that need to go on. And we also have another form of counseling, which is adherence counseling. Once you test positive, HIV care, for now, there's no cure. It is treatment, it's management.
Why don't we have a cure?
Well, a lot is going on. I think it is just the way the virus is, quite trickish, and a lot is going on.
Because we hear about HIV from like childhood, 1980 something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the scientists are working hard, but for now there's no known cure.
There's a theory that they are making money, so they won't find a cure.
Well, those are
they're forcing. They're progressing. There's this gene editing technology that is being used, CRISPR. It's used for cancer and it's promising to help eliminate HIV. So let's keep our fingers crossed and then.
So just as we are saying, for now as we sit, there's no known cure. But HIV has become like one of the chronic infections that we have. The hypertension, the diabetes, and then it's managed. Okay. So the counseling focuses on all this, and then the adherence, because it's lifelong. sometimes you ask yourself, if you are even given antimalarials, to take, how many of us or antibiotics for 7 days are able to finish? And the positive one will take it every day for the rest of his or her life. Wow. And so before the one starts, you need to
every
counsel.
morning.
It depends on the time. Fortunately, we have evolved. At the beginning, people could take 6 tablets morning and evening. Now they've been able to put 3 medicines as a tablet taken daily. So the person decides when it is appropriate, because it's adherence. The person must take it exactly the same time.
So what if you miss it?
If you miss, we don't want missing. The counseling is that you can only miss 1 tablet. You can't, but if you must miss at all, not more than 1 of the tablets.
So what if you miss 2? That means
no, you can't.
It won't work again.
It will work, but we don't want that. The medicine says that the concentration in the blood is not supposed to go down because it's a virus. They can mutate, they can change the way they are. And so you take it, by the time the concentration will be going down, you need to top up. And it is only then that you'll stop the virus from multiplying. Okay, and there are a few that will go and hide in areas where the medicine concentration is not. Okay.
Philip, you want to ask Doc
so
this
that's,
question?
yes.
Yeah, Doc. So there's a question here for you. Well, the person is asking about symptoms for HIV. Are there symptoms for HIV?
Hold on, he says, I'm enjoying the comment, but I want to ask Doctor the symptoms of HIV that one can naturally observe without testing. Yeah. Is there such a thing?
It's difficult. No, it's difficult. Even HIV, when you have HIV and you have not gone to the A stage, you might not even see any signs or symptoms.
Wow.
At the onset of the virus getting into your blood, some people have some mild constitutional symptoms, a little bit of not feeling too well, maybe a little bit of fever. It's not high-grade fever that we know like malaria, but a little warmth, and might not even feel much things.
So ideally, anytime you know you are exposed to unprotected sex, after some time, go and check. Is that it?
No, we're saying that it tests about twice in a year.
Okay.
Twice in a year.
Okay.
Because we have that window period. If you immediately have sex, you think you are unsafe and you go and test, you might have gotten the virus, but the test will not detect it because of what we call window period, which lasts to up to about 3 months. So we're saying that normal human beings, everything fine, once, twice a year testing is quite a good thing.
You'll soon be taking your final comments, and as we are wrapping up the show, that is not the show entirely, but just on this conversation. Someone says that I'm a nurse in a health center, but we do not have HIV test kits. It's very difficult to get into maybe the rural areas to some other parts of the country. Caroline?
For now, we have test kits. We haven't run out of test kits. Sometimes they are just local shortages because from the national stores, it gets to the regional medical stores. People are supposed to request using a particular software, and then it gets there. And in fact, these days, they don't even go for them. We have something we refer to as the last mile distribution, where these are carried with a vehicle delivering from facility to facility. So, Madam, kindly request through your girl miss, if you are a very remote facility, let your district do that on your behalf, and you'll have your test kits. Because for now, we really do not have any shortages
in
test
the
kits.
country.
Yes.
Anyway, so Doc, what is the biggest challenge for Ghana AIDS Commission in addressing the issue of HIV/AIDS in this country? You've spoken about funding. What other challenges do you have? Maybe you want to put it out for the various authorities to see how best it can be addressed.
Well,
then we come to
this is a
multi-dimensional,
multi-billion question. You said apart from funding.
Yes.
Is the funding you put aside?
Most of the things are linked to funding.
Okay.
But we will want Ghanaians to support us and then to stop stigmatizing. For the commission, we have done a lot of work on ourselves. In fact, we are looking at our corporate strategy. So we try to remain very relevant by looking at our core mandate and then how we can reposition ourselves to order to end HIV and AIDS in the country. So this corporate strategy is ready, and we look forward to implementing all the goodies in there. And we know we are going to strengthen our base so that we'll be able to coordinate better the national response, we'll be able to do a lot of researches, able to generate credible and strong strategic information. We want to have a system where at a glance we are able to know what is happening everywhere in Ghana. Data systems well established and all that. And all this also is linked to finances. But apart from that, we're working very hard. We need to look at the research component. We are not doing so much in that field. Secondary data analysis and its use is something that we have to really strengthen. So wonderful. People out there, support us in all the way you can, and then we have to intensify our prevention efforts at the decentralized level, at the regional levels. Most of the things sometimes happens in the HQ, and then when you go down, things are not really happening the way we want it to happen. Okay. So we want more support also at the regional levels and all that. We've launched last quarter Education Plus initiative. As I was saying, education is a means of halting HIV among the youth. And that initiative is something that was launched in 2021. And we, Ghana, is now the 17th country to join that global initiative that is high politically motivated to ensure that there's more commitment to ensure that young ladies, especially, complete secondary education. Apart from all the goodies it provides, finances, economic, and all that, it also prevents them from getting HIV.
Doc,
thank you so much.
Thank you. Caroline, your final words?
Yeah, so it has to do with you set aside funding, but funding is key. Yeah, but what in moving forward, for us, we want to double prevention efforts. We want to ensure that we get these new technologies in country. And then we also want parents to support us. Parents, everything begins from the home. They should stop playing ostrich. They should educate their wards. Okay, it's not spoiling them, it's empowering them so that they know how to negotiate for safe sex if they must, so that they use their condoms. And then also are looking at leveraging on social media. One of our viewers talked about using Slay Queens. That is a proposal that we've written, looking for funding, so that we identify these people at the tertiary institutions who are following. And then we get peer educators, we train them to distribute our test kits, self-test kits. And then once they have following, once the right content is put on, we can use that platform to ensure that a lot of information on HIV prevention gets out there. We're also working at bringing on board the pharmacies, private pharmacies for PrEP and all that. Because once the lady goes to have an unprotected sex, the next morning she's going to the pharmacy to buy the morning after pill, the emergency contraception. Is it possible that that person can provide other services there instead of the family planning? We have already integrated that. We also look at the abortion care spaces. It means these people are having, so we have a lot, that's where, and then of course the general education that we will be doing. But I'll say that all our viewers, the entry point to all this is for us to know our status. If you don't test, we will not know who is positive, and we will not know who is negative, who needs prevention services, who need treatment. So the first point is, please get tested for HIV. If you don't want to go to a facility, we can get you the self-test kit. You start from there. If there's a need, then we continue and then get you diagnosis. So that if you are negative, we can help you to stay negative and still live your life. If you are positive, we put you on treatment, you still live longer and have a productive life. And together, we will be helping Mother Ghana in this area.
Beautiful,
so thank
beautiful,
you very much.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Caroline Adonadaga, who is the head of Prevention, Counseling and Nutrition, National AIDS and STI Control Program, and also Dr. Fred Nanapoku, Director of Technical Services at the Ghana AIDS Commission. Thank you so much. And we will try and bring you back here again. And we are hoping that you will see the adverts on HIV/AIDS run on TV so that the education can go downward. Because I think that if that is not in the system, a lot of people tend to forget that there is something called HIV/AIDS.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, the gentleman.
I think you should play that song again. Doc missed it.
Yeah, so the producers, if we can end by playing the HIV/AIDS.
Play it every morning.
We should play it every morning.
We should play it every morning.
And every evening.
We should play it every morning. Or Doc, you want to say something briefly?
No, I just want to say that I have some condoms in my car for her.
Oh,
yeah.
So they have
I like the resounding joy in the studio.
I can see what the cameramen are doing behind. We are excited. Doc has some condoms in his car for them. So thank you so much, Doc, and thank you so much, Caroline.
Caroline, we really appreciate your time.
We are grateful.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
You can wait until marriage.
Tick tock, my bedroom. You know one country, Mr. Was a rubber. Oh, one time. Yata, you go doctor, no king time. Me rap him, me number myself. And yeah, but you have it now with them in time. Me no one come say, oh, mess up you. Number them who them tick tock, a yamba. I'm out for much of you. I went for off a war. Nitty, Pino, Pom, much, by anything. I'm a smart nip him. Me mademo, Magabu, Mawaga, Dalala Yahalaga, Maba Ace, Namanyago, a Kukuga, and your Chicago, Yenya Dam Debo, Namajiba Yakodo Yala, Lamadeka, Adonazanu Yoyanaba, Condom La, Nasila Doyawuna Nako, in Chifafa, Nanapa Dukona no Jim, Kabakaba, Cho, Kabakaba, Kabakaba,
Matada Kumuke, Zamumuku, Gargadi, the one the Mugunchiwo HIV, Kekachewa, the Baba, the Ma, Wallahi Kunjiko, one and Chiwa HIV, Wallahi, Bashaka, one and Gargadi, friction, Yerebuto, Kokaki, Kokaso, Wallahi, Mumpada.
It is real, my brethren. You can maintain one lover. Rastafari come to warn you. It's not on, it's not in. But I'm killer, this is nonsense. You can wait until marriage. We got no remedy.
It's all about the AIDS. You don't want me to now. Don't forget about your condom. I know from the rubber socks. You know who you are. I'm not telling you.
My lad, yes, if you are better to recognize. 12 years, you never come live in a paradise. 1 hour days make you feel free like ice. Natural robbers make you die like flowers. Mothers and women, them a die like houseflies. Don't you see, please take and recognize. And just think twice again. My lad.
Zinova, show who can fall. So you can't catch ya. Hold up on his motto. It's your way. Sakapa, yeah. Arewambo. Enti down yanko. Down yanko. Munyan bonny down. Mayamini weni. Wakwa yinanu. Na Sunday baba. Rastafari, it's not on, it's not in. It is a killer to my brain. Can't stop it. Oh mama, hear my cry.
And you're ready, and I'm the permanent here being come here. And then we could be saying, I see I saw question. Given a year now when you're my home. answer. Yari kesi na ni dinka take international pro. Ya didn't call on me yum. When you get dial more www.com with me to the summer home. We should so. Now we ask my attack crack me up on Chamakama do.
Charlie, there is nothing wrong with having good sex, but use a condom, Charlie. There are many to select. Secure, can't test, and even Durex. Use a condom, Charlie, and protect your health.
It's be real, baby, you sabi the deal. The last girl where you drop will be your last meal.
We tell them it's a dangerous disease. I'm on advising. It's on this surface. A warning, put on your condom. Protect this kingdom. Protection before the action. Abstention prevents abortion. Original Rascorby warning.
Now really know na koime. It's not malani mi omoja dele. Koya dale krani efite boshi o enyake agana mamufe.
Wami anjani yo. Eti orukuma beshi orukum nzifu. Wami anjani yo shawa mampino. Yapa. Who's carry a dog for me see you. Married couples with you. I see you remain similar to you.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like that sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Charlie Verna, no stress, just sip. Charlie Verna, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Oh, another payment through Stanbic. Smooth, as always.
Imagine making or collecting all payments without leaving your chair. Sounds like magic, right? Nah, it's Stanbic Pay.
Darling, can you please help with the bills, especially at your school fees?
From school fees to utilities, the government and statutory payments to investments, insurance payments, Hajj payments, and more.
Mommy, my fees has been paid.
Just log on to Stanbic Pay and you're set for life.
Please tell me everything has been paid.
No Stanbic account, no queues, no stress, no last-minute panic.
Cherish your time and live happier in safety and convenience. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call to get started.
You get bad mind, no be say you be baddest. Come on, what tell
Buria, say dear, if you see Conan Yankasa, Enti, Kanena near Bosili, Madame Yashan, Nina, Akem, Anas Boy Enterprise, SMN Control say, what's you fear ye? We hear POP ceiling papa, with many design, plaster board installation, TV unit design, a casering kitwa, and Italian a hoodwina, or be getting neat at the amount. Afi, was sounds we are painting, into a damn be a was here, for Fred Anas Boy Enterprise. They were painting the comma at the amount. Afi, window designs be. Ya ni nyina bi e bia na wo dwen se wo besi fie na fie na wo besi no so no wo hia de so bi mada Anas Boy Enterprise ST say residential and commercial construction afi we renovation and remodeling surveying bia open no obe ne kama e de amount afi architectural design say ko twi ko breman bae and drawing plans wo be ne neat e de amount menua berema ma me kan for Anas Boy Enterprise and for mao e say wonim de na ne nsa no ye fe come on enti sa open ne ma mabobbo so nyina ejumadia hwehwe Anas Boy Enterprise no ntwa needs locate Anas Boy Enterprise our Tantra Hill Amasamai and Ablekuma Canada Junction so open shemu a frɛ 024
611-3461. Anas Boy Enterprise. Willimte Ankasa.
The Sweet Root Secondary School SWESCO Alumni Association invites all alumni to its annual all-year groups Thanksgiving and Remembrance Service. There will be remembrance of the departed PACAs and also the launch of the 67th Speech and Prize Giving Day. The date, Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Time, it's 2 p.m. Venue, Cedar Mountain Assemblies of God Church, East Legon. Contact your year group president and register your attendance now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Hassan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Hassan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataract, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and they be a pampers and a benwa or bosom. So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you didn't know.
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
Ten years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up. From the 1st to the 8th of March 2026, get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon. Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Want the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Meneke. Fe won hwa ko ba club me fake DJ. Ni wo hia ka wo hye. Ye Yesu gba mi. Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. I am Inu Safo. Now we're delving into a conversation to do with AI. And I have young innovators and young women as well as their educators here in studio with me. And we're talking about the AI for SD project. Now this project is opening doors for women and young girls in that space because, you know, AI is the future and you and I both know that. So joining me in studio is Elizabeth Mozadek, Project Coordinator, AI for SD French Embassy. Hello. So vas say bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Bonjour tout le monde. Ça va.
I love it. All right, and Dr. Kwame Oting Jesse is the lead trainer, AI for SD, and a senior lecturer, Department of Telecommunication Engineering, KNUST. Hi, Doc.
Hi. Can I say something?
Yes.
I prefer being referred to as the star boy.
Eish.
Yeah. Homme étoile.
I love that. And Nakosia Jewa Mafo is a member of the She Codes Club at KNUST.
Yes, please. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
All right. And Mami Edufwa Turkson is a She Codes Club member at Chimota School.
Hi.
How are you? Great. All right. So we're going to start the conversation first with the students, and then we'll speak to the educators on how they're training them and what all of this entails. But first, let me start with Anakusia. When did you decide to become or join the She Codes Club?
Okay, so on campus, I'm a computer engineering student, so I already have the interest in tech and those things. But what we learn is more of like theory. So I wanted to do like practical something. I wanted to build something, and then She Codes was having a training on AI and machine learning, and AI is now like a big thing in the world. So I wanted to learn it. I wanted to see how AI can be used in web apps. AI can be used in basically everything. So I wanted to see how I can use that to do something good. So I decided to join the She Codes.
So there's more to this AI than
yes,
edits my scripts
just
for me.
ChatGPT, and there's more to it actually.
And Mommy, what was your first experience like when you joined the club?
When I first joined the club, my first experience was like I was new to everything, so like I was feeling like whatever the teaching was training.
Please speak up for me.
I was unfamiliar to whatever they teaching me, but as time went on, I became used to it, and I'm proud to be part of the She Codes.
How did you hear about the club?
I was actually selected.
Okay.
To join the club.
Okay, so it's in school, yes, or it's off campus?
No, it's a club created in school.
Oh, okay. Doc, Star Boy. When you hear about the experiences, how proud are you, and what does She Code mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot to me because when we set off, it was actually started by a student and one professor, Professor Eunice. She's in the UK currently on a sabbatical leave. So she's my boss. And the goal was to basically get girls empowered in the tech space. She mentioned what they do in class is mostly theory.
Yeah.
And it's because it's an engineering program.
Okay.
So in Ghana, we normally mix things up. Engineer, technologist, technician. There are three very separate roles.
All right.
The engineers deal mostly with the theories because they are to design stuff for the technologists to put together and the technicians to manage for us. So basically, they set this up to help empower them, get them to learn the practical skills, as she mentioned, so they realize what they are doing in class is not all paper stuff, but it's actually something they can build to solve problems for us in Ghana.
Why is it important for AI for SD to invest in She Codes? Yeah.
So the AI for SE, or AI for Sustainable Development Program, is an initiative supported by the French Embassy, but with our main partner being the Kwame Nkrumah University for Science and Technology in Kumasi. And so this project does not only cover training, there's research, training, and support of entrepreneurs, so startups, mostly in AI. And the reason why She Codes was perfect for us in this bigger scope project, let's say, is that we've observed that in Ghana, the previous programs in learning how to code or robotics clubs and things as such don't necessarily focus on ladies. And so we want to create access at a younger age, so by giving women and young women exposure, and the earlier you put them, you expose them to technologies, the earlier they're able to develop interest and talent, and then we'll have more representation in the tech space when they're out of university.
So that's why you're targeting women?
Absolutely. We want equality.
Justice for men.
Justice for women. And yeah, I mean, it's so nice to see already some impact because we started the program last year. And yeah, I mean, we have a 13-year-old young lady, a 20-year-old. If we can even find some 5-year-olds who could be interested, you know, it's never too early.
Right.
Honestly.
So it's not limited in age. You just have to show interest.
Exactly, because exposure is not necessarily this super technical. Like, you don't need to know how to count to know how to code, which is insane. So yeah, I mean, in Ghana, there's already such young people who show acute interest in technologies and in coding and in developing their own ways, because the technologies we have access to today are not necessarily catered to our demographics in West Africa.
That's true. That's true. And okay, I'll come to you shortly. But Doc, I want to ask you, how does the program ensure that these skills are not just, you know, practical? Are not
theoretical.
Yes, and theoretical as well.
Right. So basically, we start off with projects. So we select projects for each cohort. So
how many cohorts do you have?
This year will be the 4th cohort.
Okay.
So she was with the 3rd cohort. They learned something called machine learning.
Oh, so each cohort has something completely different?
Exactly. But it's built on what they did previously.
Okay.
So if you're a newcomer, when you come in, we have a crash course for you. But then whatever you do, it's based on selected projects. So whatever you are being taught, it's geared towards solving a problem. And the projects are actually problems we have in Ghana. The one that comes to mind, I think every Ghanaian would say galamsey, right? So clean water stuff. So we have that in mind. The training is geared towards solving or say cleaning the water. So every class you attend, everything you are being taught is project-based. The educationists will say project-based learning.
Yeah.
So there is not so much writing. It's all about doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what practical skills have you picked up so far? And how long have you been in the program?
The program, last year's cohort, it was from January to August, I think, yeah. So we were doing AI and machine learning, and then, because that was my first time joining, I learned Python from scratch. So they took us through the basics of Python, and then we used that to learn how to train models, how to prompt engineer like AI stuff. And then through that, so they gave us a project and to choose. And then we chose how to use AI to predict SHS courses for JHS students. So that was our topic to choose. And through that, we were able to present. So I've picked up how to present, how to pitch ideas to investors. I've picked up how to work with teams. I've picked up Python programming languages as well. And yeah, basically.
You're picking up a lot.
Yes, I really picked up a lot.
Mabefwa, so She Codes ends with a national program, a national competition. Are you excited about that? And what are you looking forward to in that competition?
Yes, I'm excited about that, and I'm looking forward to the competition. I'm excited to learn and do my best and perform more by applying what I've been taught.
so I'll win and become first?
I think I'll ask you that same question.
So we have already had our challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, it was last year, the topic that I mentioned earlier. So we pitched our ideas to a panel of judges, and yeah, we presented. My team came first, by the way. So it was a very fun experience, like from brainstorming to problem solving, and it's actually a challenge in Ghana right now. So I feel so accomplished that I've solved a problem in Ghana.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's nice. Elizabeth, what does the competition show about the potential of young women in AI?
So first of all, I want to say that the competition, the goal is not necessarily to win. It's more about the journey. Okay. But yes, it's good to have a competitive spirit and edge. It will definitely help you ladies in the working field. But so the goal is to really see how young women are able, in a different way to men, to identify market gaps or problems in everyday life. So when we see all the ideas that have been developed throughout the different competition rounds, we can see that those problem-solving AI applications can really help us overcome some challenges that are specific to Ghana. And also, the younger we are, the more creative we are, I tend to think. Our brain is softer and more able to develop. So it's nice to work with younger people who can even teach us, older people than me, because I'm not that old, to show a new way of thinking. And yeah, I think it's really cool. Yeah.
All right, Starboy. Beyond the She Codes, KNUST also has a robotics department. What exactly happens there?
It's not really a robotics department.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a club.
Okay.
Yeah, so we partnered with the Ghana Robotics Academy Foundation. The country director is one who watches this show a lot or listens to CTFM a lot, Dr. Yaokreku Irenchi.
Yes.
Good. So he
I'm sure he's texting me right now.
Most definitely, yeah. So the Ghana Robotics Academy Foundation has had a very nice model up until now, and that is something we are buying into as well, right? So the robotics club is to train elementary school students all the way up to senior high school, not just the university students. Give them the foundation based on what they are being taught in class. So practicalize what they are being taught in class, so they realize, the 2 pi r and the pi r squared and all those things are not just mere book stuff, but then we can actually use them to have a toy, at the very least, move some distance and all that.
Wow.
And they see that, and it obviously gives them, that motivation to want to learn stuff in class. Right? Yeah.
What happens at these programs?
So we have fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the kids, we use Legos. And
when you say kids, how old?
I would say from 7 years upwards, but
okay,
depending on how mature they are, they could start at 5 years. Yeah. So far as they are disciplined. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Caveats.
Yeah. So we have fun. We just build the Legos, and they are normally so good at building it, way more than I can ever do it. But then these Legos are programmable. So we can programmable simply means we can give them a set of instructions through our computers, and they perform certain actions for us.
Okay.
And again, just think about a 7-year-old typing something on a computer, having a robot's Lego move from point A to point B. To him or her, it's,
yeah, that's amazing.
mind blowing. So yeah, so that's basically what we do.
Oh, that's nice. Mamefa, you do that as well. Why do you think it's important for you to learn robotics, especially as a female?
It prepares us for the future, because now the world is full of technology.
That's true.
It gives us it gives us career opportunities like software engineering, computer engineering, cyber security, and the whole lot.
Doc, that element also ends with a national competition. Yes, so what does that entail?
So basically it's to give the kids a chance to showcase their skills and also to motivate them In fact, through the Ghana Robotics Academy Foundation, it actually ends in an international competition.
Yes.
So you get the chance to benchmark what we are doing here against what others are doing in other parts of the world.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth, AI4SD also supports early stage AI startups. What would you seek to achieve with this?
Yeah, so we're trying to have a full circle.
Okay.
So from the pipeline being those programs that are training younger generations, and then bringing them into from the idea stage to something that is actually applicable. And then as the French Embassy, we do have a nice network of companies or research centers in Ghana and internationally to which we can expose the new innovators we have. So in the end, we want a program that doesn't rely on us being here, because this program does have an end date, which is supposed to be sometime this year. I don't know exactly the month, but we want us to see the results of this project years, maybe 10 years, 20 years later, seeing that this young lady is working for the NASA, developing new AI, or I don't know what you have interest in. But yeah, the goal is really to create new connections between people and young entrepreneurs and companies.
Doc, I think I want to find out, how does the Innovation Hub support startups?
So we provide mentorship.
Okay.
So again, at KNUST, we have the College of Engineering, the Innovation Center there. We have a manager there who guides our students. So if you have a startup idea, he incubates you, and it's all run through our big boss, Professor Jerry Jongponyo. So we ensure whatever idea you have, if it's solid enough, we incubate the startup, give you mentorship, train you, and then link you to stakeholders or investors who would be interested in supporting your cause.
All right, that sounds very nice. How do we join this club? Whether in KNUST or whether you're at Achimota Basic School, how do you join any of the clubs?
Hit us up at Real. Yeah, so I'm sure the socials will be posted very soon. Yeah, and it's not just at KNUST. We actually have branches at KSTU, Kumasi Technical University, and then Takoradi Technical University.
What about Accra?
In Accra, none of the tertiary institutions have gotten in touch yet. But we are open to. And with the junior clubs, we actually have a footprint in, I think, about 14 of the 16 regions currently.
So 24 schools in total.
Exactly.
Now.
Exactly.
But number to be increased as much as possible. So any school that is interested in joining either the She Codes as a tertiary education institution or the Robotics Club program led by the AI4SD, you can reach us out on the AI4SD website, and then there's the Responsible AI Lab website.
Okay, I want to ask the two of you this question. How do you see your future now that you are learning robotics and AI? What's the future looking like for you? Let's start with you, Nana Hussein.
Okay, so now I've gained technical experience, I've gained presentation skills, learning with teams, and these are all values that carry me through life. Even if I'm looking for a job or I have to pitch an idea to investors. So I would say it has helped me gain more expertise on these skills, gain values, and I'm very confident in myself now because I feel like I can do it, but I have an upper hand than others. Yeah,
that's true, Mami.
It has motivated me to keep on learning, so I can reach my goals. Since I have my trainers and peers supporting me, I know I can reach the level I want to be. And
any final words from you, Elizabeth?
Well, thank you for having us today, and I really hope that this project can have even a bigger impact in more regions in Ghana. The goal is to be as inclusive as possible, so that doesn't only entail gender inclusivity, but also region in terms of geography and age and everything. So thank you.
All right, Starboy.
Same as that. So I feel if you're in an underserved community, hopefully you get the chance to hear us here. Just hit us up and We've been to a lot of places. I have learned a lot. I've realized there are people in certain communities that are so smart, but based on where they are, they don't get the exposure. And those are the kinds of people we would want to get in touch with. At our recent competition, a school from Dagbamati, I don't know if you've heard of them. Yeah, it's a town, I don't want to say a village, a town somewhere in the Volta, Akachi South.
Wow.
They came all the way from there to KNUST to win.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly, and it tells you the potential we have that are hidden in different parts of the country.
Right.
So please hit us up, and we'll be more than happy to, help. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
This has been fun, and I hope you guys are going to be serious about it and go to places that we hope to see you there. All right. Thank you so much. This is a fun interview. So Ghana's future is AI, actually global AI. It's beyond copy and paste and reword this for me or edit the script for me as we've been doing. There's so much to learn, and if you are interested in, I think, enrolling your children, I'm sure the social media, the LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, they're all there. And so we're going to listen to some music, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
kind baby, you're so proud by you. There's no in the cry, there's no down for so cry. I don't make no one go. Hey, did you never want no 334? My baby, Nanya, I sent Tirako, so Nanya, never got you. I don't make no one go. Hey, did you never want no 334? My baby, Nanya, I sent Tirako, so Nanya, never got you. So Nanya, never got you. So Nanya, never got you. Oh, they kind of you. I got you. Never got you. So Nanya, so Nanya. Oh mama, Christina is the girl I love. My baby, Christina is the girl I love. Oh papa, Christina is the girl I love. Oh mama, Christina is the girl I love. My baby, Christina is the girl I love. Oh papa, Christina is the girl I love. Christina is the girl I love. Oh, Christina is the girl I love. Our friend Christina is the girl I love. Yeah, Christina is the girl I need. She will smile whenever I'm weak. She bumpers me whenever I'm sad. She will smile whenever I'm weak. She comforts me whenever I'm sad. I don't care whatever people say. She's the only one that my heart beats. Oh mama, Christina is a girl. She my baby is a girl. Oh papa, is a girl I love. Oh mama, Christina is a girl I love. My baby is a girl I love. Oh papa, Christina is a girl. Oh, Christina is a girl I love. She will smile whenever I'm weak. She pumps me whenever I'm sad. She will smile
That was an interesting one from Amamre. You know, it's a Friday, it's a holiday, so you definitely need to have fun. But it's time for us now to enter our communities and bring you what is happening in our communities on the show. And you know, I called you like which of the communities are we entering today?
We're going to Dra and Pasie in the Western region.
Western region?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They're having issues to deal with Galamsey.
I'm not hearing the issue of Galamsey in recent times. It looks like
I think says what's day 9?
Okay, yeah, day 9.
Yeah, we'll
Day
come
9.
back.
Okay.
Come back.
But let's bring you this report filed by Western Regional Bureau Chief Akwesi Ejeni, and we'll come back to have conversations on that.
This heavily degraded site caused by illegal mining activities is located in the dry area of the Nzema East municipality in the Western region. Checks with the Minerals Commission indicate that PRP Mining Company, which holds responsibility for the concession, has a mining lease but lacks both environmental and operational permits. At a press conference, the chiefs and people of Dra and Pansia told Channel One News that, despite repeated demands for PRP to present its environmental permits, the company has instead allowed some Chinese nationals to carry out illegal mining activities with impunity. They attribute this situation to what they describe as the Minerals Commission's failure to effectively enforce its regulatory mandate.
PRP no, omo buy, don't prospecting lands is betray. Na ya ko ma ni on so mo ni pi. Am di adwuma no. Enti e so mo famre be sinne. E be sinne. Be bosu mi sin ase adu, omo an fam adwuma na ono bi so ye. E be sinne, obi an fam, omo an fam kire. E ko omo se paper no omo kam, omo de beba. E be sinne, omo an fam. Because senka yipi omu a mo yipi paper bi da ho, obo ni kroma no tenase. Aha ya musiye mu kwa ha. We say yenye say no wa tenase. No mo bom no bi an tenase. Oba am di paper am be kire so aban de amano. Ntaya na adi Mineral Commission for ho ya. Because in Mineral Commission mo di asase mo bi e se mutu ya na mon. Mo di nipa kwa mo di asase no man ba kuro no so. Na e na aban de ha ma so mesi so ma ya adwuma. Nti dia na mu hia. E dia hia we hia.
Nana Kojo Mensah further stated that the mining activities have brought no benefit to the community, prompting their demand for the land to be allocated to the government responsible cooperative mining program.
You see, Osha, as I saw home, the over the assassin pa community and BBB and free. They are done in pen for your tron crata and could see baby. Nanya me ya, and Quintiama from Wahani said. And woman crew have no motion. No Quatia Yabon and Kojo Mensah tossed me in the division chief Duran Panse. Some of the Kevin Taylor or Dabruchi, or some of the China for baby Buhanman. Or Moye Galamsey. The China found some fire China for Biama PRP company, and Mukita China for election time campaign. I call Mobina. It's a Durafon Colaya. A Juman Durafon Colaya no more. Yaboswa, Aye, it is stress. A passé à ce niveau, Abam, Ghana man will be at say, Anka, assassin can create in Parkano. Or make sure be my ranching, no some find your community mining, cooperative, now buy a can. A bass out to own and announce why free. They see a bomb in some of the China for the Grammy China for me.
Some concerned youth of Dra also blamed PRP's Chinese-led Galamsey operations for the influx of drugs and rise in criminal activities in the area. They are therefore calling for portions of PRP's concession to be handed over to the community, citing the lack of development and benefit from the company's operations.
The China say, Galamsey na band this is a money be paying there. Because they want, I'm a drugs. Every young fantasy and colana no mukra no mono. A fensu crew in your team na dajin Budos. Ne to na sika an fie we kura ya team wa no Budos for 18 ana mo ba ha so be pen na akora kun adentanyi na afisa Galamsey issue we anakwa akwa report enso ankosi aga yan for no ntonchan sa PRP company on ba ha che almost 2 years in Sanana from one if you class or mom no money kita on the omo babu swing in our so mo kita tu. Ano mba. Ya ka one boy. Ano fi o ya ho no ba so de shavo ko bokuli said ya obenya na no aduane adi. Budu se ne kire ne wo ne sekan. E wo na chi mani pie nanim. De ye pesa aban no yi ni fia. Because ono ada no ho adi say ofi ono ne party MPP time na oba ye no. Na nanom pu wo mpu ne party aba power nti obeya adwuma. Sa time so ne anto aba. Nti ne te say wo ye MPP ni. Nti o sa aban na de eyi ni fi ho.
So that is the issue from Dria Ampesie, if I got the name right, and the residents, the chiefs, authorities are asking that the operation of PRP Company Limited should be checked, but Western Regional Bureau Chief is joining us live, Akwesi J. Enim. Akwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
Happy New Year.
Many happy returns.
Thank you. Hearing from the residents, PRP has just been operating in the area for 2 years. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, the information that I've picked up from the Minerals Commission, who currently don't want to speak on record, is that they were given a lease to the land in 2024, and they came in purporting to come and do some responsible mining, but they later realized that they've actually handed the land to some Chinese operators who have been doing galamsey there since.
Wow. And from what the residents have been telling you, what is the ramification of the activity of PRP? And did you by chance get in touch with PRP as well?
We tried their contact severally. They never picked it, and this is a community that is so much ravaged by the activities of illegal mining. And see, when you take the illegal mining industry, what happens on the site or on the plot of land, the devastation there alone is not the difficulties communities suffer. They also introduces all sort of, new culture within the neighboring communities who actually go there to ply their trade, provide petty support services, the issue of prostitution, the issue of drugs, and so this is what for them has been a concern. They also raise the issue of they not benefiting anything from this mining. In fact, they were so much expectant when they heard this mining company was coming to the area. They thought they were going to be responsible and ensure that they also get some jobs, but they are saying they are not really getting the jobs that they were hoping to get. And then secondly, they've actually introduced very bad, social vices within the community. And they now want the plot of land to actually be taken from them so that it will be adopted under the government flagship policy of responsible cooperative mining.
Ahead of PRP coming to the community, was there any news of illegal mining in the community?
I don't have that information, but I can tell you that in that catchment of the Nzima East municipality, almost every community that you go, there is some little small scale mining, small, call it galamsey, that takes place. And so, for instance, if you take Nkrofo, which is the hometown of Kwame Nkrumah, they used to have this petty illegal small scale mining around until Adamus mining resources actually came in. And when Adamus mining resources came in, there was some kind of resistance. And so it's possible that this community was also having the youth over there doing some of this small scale mining. Somewhere in the interview with the chief, he did mention that the youth know how to do it. So it tells you that they were also engaged in this small scale mining before the coming in of this PRP mining. But looking at the visuals that we obtained from the place, what is happening there is not responsible mining that should be regulated by the Minerals Commission. My checks from the Minerals Commission indicate that this PRP mining, though having the lease to the plot of land, does not have environmental protection agencies permits, so they don't meet. They've not been able to clear it when it comes to meeting environmental requirements, and you need that environmental permit before you can start mining. So in the first place, they were not supposed to start mining. Again, beside the lease that they have to the land, they also needed Minerals Commission operating permits, which the Minerals Commission has also confirmed to me off record that they don't have. And so the issue at a point was reported to the police to intervene, but nothing has actually been done so far in stopping their activities. So what they are doing there is totally an illegality.
But has the Minerals Commission communicated to these traditional authorities or the residents there on the actions of PRP and what really they've given, the mandates they've given to PRP to embark on their operations?
Yes. So my checks with the Minerals Commission shows that they actually told the community about the illegal status of the PRP, and the problem they are having is that they don't have the capacity to stop their activities. That is what they are saying. And you know, when you take the architecture of the Minerals Commission, when it comes to small scale mining, it is handled. There's a desk at the Minerals Commission in Accra that actually deals with small scale mining. So the regional officer for the Minerals Commission over here doesn't supervise the activities of small scale mining, and so it's difficult for the regional manager to actually speak to the activities of small scale mining. They only regulate the activities of large scale mining, and so that is the problematic architecture that they have in dealing with regulating the industry. The regional manager only.
Okay, so Akwesi is still
Have we lost
joining
him?
us, and a quick freeze there, you know, it's technology.
Technology.
So he's telling us what is happening in that community, where that is the Jura Ampesier area, where the residents and the traditional authorities are questioning the activities of a PRP mining company, which is a Chinese-led illegal mining activity on their land. And I wanted to ask him if these residents are into farming and what exactly their occupations, because he made mention that almost every area you go to within that community, you find some form of illegal mining in the area. Is it that the youth are now being swayed into backing in the illegal mining exercise following the coming in of PRP, or it's been like that for a very long time? I think we are losing a number of lands to illegal mining activity, but like Eno said, it's early days yet. The year has now started, and we are going to see how best things are going to work. So following what happened last year, the government's introduction of the Blue Water Guards and other initiatives that were put in place to ensure that illegal mining has made a thing of the past. But I think I like this initiative from the traditional authorities and also from the residents. If they are saying something that is not going well with them, they would want to question the authorities and also ask that the right thing be done. But you know, interestingly, we have Nana Kojo Mensah, who's the chief for Jura Ampesier, who is joining us. Nana, good morning.
Good morning.
We trust you are doing well.
Jura traditional area.
I want to find out from you, what is the main concern with PRP mining company in your area?
Yeah, hello.
Nana Pacho, yes. Nana Kojo.
Hello.
Hello, Pacho Teyanka.
Okay.
Nana Pacho, you perceive who Mohau, when you man for Mohawa, Nintia Mofre media, so Mombra Mukono, so na Omombe mu interview. Emphasize mining firm na about Ukrono so no.
Yo, me that's papa panam the chief for Sonia Kwasi. Near TNA say 3 months to the election. That was 2024 minutes. That's 2025 abay. And a PRP company. Mobile, they came with 22 national security. So my bank was here to young people, why? ampanse ye ntumi anya ho hwe omba ye adwuma na ne omo pe no mo ye omaye hwe sisi oba ba hwe yen saase at the land that is has damaged the land price eya ho ye anye yi ndi enim se aban we ba de ne sa aban akona aban foforo ba de ne asodwe beba asasi siempo de ken dada no kura thank for yaba omoba just prospecting lands no me be kire 2025 in the wuru mi ya ba 26 ni ya sisa de a omo form paper paper GPA and paper extra from with my human family ye jakwa ye buy and I'm some my MC as the MC away them put them honorable Dixon Kue Mamu Bem MC ko e sasa de omfa paper na mara en sesa fanse no correct me ma me ni nuanu bibi be sin de on ka che so m paper no ka am om ko fa ba na sure say paper be say wo outside Ghana because ebe sin ne paper na ma Oma yajuma sa mo mo cheke yan sa pia wa ya di o ma sei na ne ya me ya papa pampo ni sei omo de me na kojo mensa me ni mo hwe di na ko maka vintel oti abruchi me mo nt Ghana e se me na me de China fo aba ha mba yajuma brensfa China fo mo ha mo yajuma me ni mo hwe na me to makoma ko so omo pepa na enya adwuma makoma ko so pepa na enya adwuma because se pepa na ya adwuma nke ka cho mo so mo fa mo paper number me ya hwe no nkom betumi di aba ebe sinde paper no nya adwuma na atutura nsam abiribi twam kom wo bi sekan wa anti me mindful na ahu say paper no nya adwuma nti no da no mo ka kire sa dia nke kwa koye allegation ti omo na mo so mo twen because you ntumi family no say nsam sa dia say ma ban tiri na me sa do me press conference e kwam bia so aban no bete na mpanfo so abema ba be boae because anani enim say aban say and say isuo and say policy there or the cooperative is that you see as oba ja adwuma mo ye kromani ba akoko ni on not net for no ma say so mo ye adwuma ha o mo kita group kon 7 dan is group nkoten yane nana no ma sabe ye we ya start go ni ba akoko nkan no because the ball pempo no mo tu amaya no omo ba ye break na ye fast no mo say no omo nya ni ye mponi yan nana no ye le sika kan ho ansa ebe si no mpo sika o mo ntu amaya enti ye hu say omo pepa na nya adwuma nti ye sra ban omo boy ni ntu omo free ya because omo ba be say ye environment no kra up ye nya se wo mu nti we na kai nti emrant ya no youth ni ye say ye nkona no se da bi nti me fa de ne share sasa nti ye ma ban ti sa ban ti na se ni omba ya no mba ya de fie so ya pesa ya nwaga nti dia eme ya de ba mpanfo nim na no
nana ensase na o ma say no ye ekom ho for efu ana na efu no de na omudua wo so
koko ne ma tete be bi ho ya dodua mo ne koko
na o ka say aban mbebo am no anye bia mo ne Minerals Commission for akasa ana wo hu DC wo ekrono so a one na akasa
DC you know MC lo ne ampo ya kwala e bi the friend mo no ankasa bai to ka kire se o hwehwem ebesi nne ya tese ebesi nne eti MC DC na MC ne no makra o ma se mo pa mo nfa ma nyina so se ya friend no ana ya fe no me na akasa wa ba ye community info me na akasa mo so o hwe abru 6 months ya tese
na o say aban ambemu a mo ankasa mo be ebe ye
ya ma aban ake ye man ke na my 1 week bla ye dey sa press conference say aban mama fia na ebetu ye ho sa na ye na o maku fisi because e say ma aban ke
afito na mutu mo ho no ene ne sesen
so wa mo say si asase say ya no mo say no
yeah
sisi ya ya ha din konse nsuo ni yiri pe e be fa ye kuro no say nsuo ni yiri a e be du June July ye kuro no nsuo no be fa because baby ana nka ye bepo ebo nsuo no ho ban no ma bugu ni nyina agum nsuo ni yiri sisi a e be fa ye kuro no okay ya ntra ma ye kuro no so nsuo ni yiri fa
okay
it's another omo 1 week
1 week sisi akwa tam na aso we yente hwe tam na na we can hook at and one and be do here. The Natia never had no pen and so many of because Viviano, I would say, I'm passing at them land and see if you do one. May ask Marco Ketchy. The person DJI, come. Be answer to us and what in because I buy Biano or Bura buying Rasso, in a man rat.
Yo, Nana Kojo Mensa, Yada CP, Yamin Shrao, Sony Akasana Pay. Nana Kojo Mensa is the chief of Dra Ampesi, and he was saying essentially that they are giving the PRP 1 week and government 1 week. Yes, the mining company limited 1 week to move from their community because they've destroyed their farmlands, they've destroyed their water, and they're at risk that within June, July, when the rain set in, they have a river there that can overflow and cause havoc in their community.
Else they will advise themselves.
Yes, else they will advise themselves. But he says the 1 week has elapsed or almost elapsed, but he had traveled, so he just returned. So in a few, we the media will hear from them as to what their next step may be. Interesting.
Well, it's interesting. Like I keep saying, if traditional authorities are up and doing when it comes to issues within the communities, it's a step in the right direction. It's just that maybe the Minerals Commission will also have to listen to their part, their side of the story, and where the chips fall, or they would have to make sure that it's done properly. But Akwesi J name is still on the line. Akwesi, so we just spoke to the chief, but I want to ask you, when you visited the community, tell us about development in the area. Is the mining situation there affecting development? Are they having better infrastructure? We saw the very deplorable road, but you tell us what you saw when you visited the area.
Well, Philip, one of the ways that a mining community can positively impact a community is where you have some of the citizens actually getting the chance to work over there, being paid, and then they can then spend their money in, say, building or, buying things around. But from the chief, you heard it, they are not actually getting employment within whatever what is going on there. And so the money is actually not trickling down. It is rather being taken away by the people who have been brought in to come and do it. And so in terms of impact, that is what they are facing. They are only basically suffering the negative impact where a new culture of thefts and people beating people, carrying arms here and there, threatening people every day, including the chief. And that is why they want them out of the place. And this is a community that is basically at the mercy of the state, calling on the state to come to its rescue. The Minerals Commission, one can say, is basically sleeping on its job, because if they don't have operating permits and they are operating, they don't have environmental permit and they are operating, and you are aware of this, what is happening? Is the state regulators actually sleeping on their job? And that is very concerning. And so I think the state must actually wake up to its responsibilities in protecting these water resources and then the environmental, the natural resources. The devastation over there is so massive. Looking at it, it's so massive. And so the community really needs help and it needs government's action now.
Wow. But before you take leave of us, is this a community that the residents there, would you say that they are heavy in farming? Are they farmers? And also, I still want to know, do they have any developmental challenge when it comes to health, education?
Well,
because we've seen the roads already.
The Nzima East, this is in the northern part of the Nzima East municipality. When you take constituency, it is also called Ajomoro Jura.
Okay.
Yes, Evaluate Ajomoro Jura.
This is in which constituency?
This is Evaluate Ajomoro Jura.
But the constituency?
Evaluate Ajomoro Jura.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the deputy, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. It used to be occupied by the former Deputy Minister for Information, and later Tourism, Katrina Feku.
Yeah.
And he is no more there. But the point is that it is so much isolated from the south. The district capital or the municipal capital is Azim.
Okay.
But it is located in the northern part, which is more forest. And the people over there do farming, they do cocoa farming and all the other cash crop farming. And so accessibility to that place is even a Herculean task. The roads to the place is so much deplorable. And so in terms of development, there's a community that needs social infrastructure like roads to access the place. It's kind of being left in terms of development. It's very much isolated, and their farms that they are doing over there is also being taken over by these mines, and they are basically devastating the very land that they could have used to actually do their farms. And so it's a difficult task that they face, and the state has to act now.
Evaluate Ajomoro Dura. So is it close to the Elembela constituency?
Yeah, they share borders with Elembela. In fact, when you are from the district capital.
Okay.
So I
think today Akwesi is freezing. Has decided to freeze a lot.
Yeah,
anyway,
I think
so
it's
much
also
for your
a
time.
holiday. So
that was a good one there.
Yeah.
I was asking if it's close to the Elembele constituency. The reason is that the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, that is Emmanuel Amakufibua, that is his constituency.
Okay.
So if the Evaluate Ajomoro Dura is close to the Elembele constituency and he is the lands minister, I think immediate action must be taken, because we wouldn't want to have anything close to his constituency, even though it has to be national. I think immediate action has to be taken. But Kwesi, thank you so much for your time, and I keep monitoring events in that area for us. Whatever the update will be, let us know, because the chief has made mention of the fact that they would advise themselves, like Endo indicated. It's either the 1 week has elapsed or yet to, but he is not around.
No, he just returned.
He just returned, so he's now yet to be briefed. Whatever the situation is, then they'll take the next
necessary action.
Anyway.
Definitely.
So, but
from one illegal mining situation to another illegal mining situation, but this time in the Bono region, right, where the Tana North communities are facing water crisis from Galamsey activities, and Michael Sapo-Infum, our correspondent, has filed a report on this. If the report is ready, could we kindly play?
let's bring you that report.
The Tano and BC rivers remain critical water sources for thousands of residents across the Bono East and Half regions. The River Tano in particular provides raw water for 3 major Ghana Water Company treatment plants at Tanoso in Bono East, Abisim in Bono, and Achensua in Ahafo, serving both domestic and commercial water needs in several municipalities. However, illegal mining activities at Adejenim in the Tano North municipality have severely polluted the BC River. Once a dependable water source, the river has turned milky and is unfit for use. As a tributary of the Tano River, the polluted BC now feeds high volumes of turbidity into the main river, with contamination spreading further downstream. Communities including Adengo, Kuchi, Subrisu No. 1 and 2, Tanomu and Mankraho are already bearing the brunt of the pollution of the Tano River. One farmer who refused to give up his land to the miners, Kofi Asari Adampe, shared his experience with the news team.
They came to me, but I said no, because my position and the age, people will think that I am behind it, so I didn't offer my land. And when you saw my farm, so that's not part of it. When they couldn't cross mine, then that's why they stopped. I don't know whether I've not gone there for the past 2 weeks. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, to the best of my knowledge, I have not offered my piece of land, because I have mango plantation on it, citrus plantation on it, and I wouldn't want it to be destroyed.
Residents of Tanoso, who also depend heavily on the Tano River, have similarly expressed frustration over the worsening pollution.
By a few minutes a year, the world Sultan or the Yardian help people in every 3 days in Nipa Yansu Grana, because of nsuo no de wa galansi ne nneɛma a wɔde asɛ yi nsuo no nti no nti ama how de ɔde bi bra yɛ sɛbi sunya ne ta no so man
but ɛnda me no kasa yi ɛnam sikani bire nti ɛne nipa bɔne adwen a ɔmafafa Ghana man ho a ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔman no bɛtu mpɔn nti ɔmo de galamsey sɛ yɛ nsuo no yɛde di kan yɛbɛdi kan pampanyinfo akyɛw sɛ ɔmo mfa ɔmo nansi fam na ɔmo mmoa yɛ na tuo ntwa.
Kofi Asare Adampe believes authorities have failed to take decisive action to flush out the illegal miners from the area.
That chalky, I don't know whether I would say chalk or clay water. Must I use that one to spray my farm? That alone tell you that I am disadvantaged, and every farmer there is disadvantaged. The authorities are there, they also have eyes, they have conscience. Let them go by their conscience.
Efforts to get officials of the Tano North Municipal Assembly to comment on the matter were unsuccessful.
So that is a situation at the Tano North, and where the residents are asking that access to water is a very big problem because of illegal mining. I thought a fight against illegal mining was being done across the country, but let's speak to our correspondent, Michael Sapon-Infum, who filed this report. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
But I thought the fight against illegal mining was going on. But what is happening in that community you filed a report in? Is it that that fight hasn't gotten there yet?
For now, nothing has taken place there. When I got to Kofufu, one of the affected communities, they told me somewhere last week the police arrested some few Chinese people within the area. But nothing massive has taken place within the Tano North enclave where illegal mining activities are ongoing.
Sir, tell us the issue. Is it that people are mining in these river bodies within the community, or there is a place like upstream where the illegal mining activity is happening and polluting the water body in the communities you cited?
Yeah, Philip, thank you very much. There's ongoing illegal mining activities at the Janim. That's where the river BC is. And there's also another community named after the river that's called BC. So this river BC is a tributary to the Tano River, which has its source from Techiman. So it runs through Techiman, Tanoso, through. So it means that from the Bono East through the Bono region to the Half region and up to even the Western region. So because this BC River is a source, a tributary to the Tano River, all the illegal mining activities, what is being done at the Jenim, after they are done, because it's a tributary to the Tano River, all the debris and everything washes down through the Tano River. That's why, for now, for about a week now, the turbidity of the Tano River is very bad. You can see the distinction between the two rivers. Earlier videos of the Tano River, very clean. Even when it rains, 2-3 days is okay. But because of the Galamsey activity at the beginning is polluted, and if care is not taken, you know, it's also a major source of raw water for the Ghana Water Company treatment plant that have been seen in the Bono region. That's a water treatment plant that supplies the whole Sunyani and even parts of the Tano North municipality. That's Tano also in its areas. So it's a major problem. As you can see, the Tano River is well polluted.
Wow.
Michael, what do the residents use the water for? Do they use it for cooking?
Cooking, household chores, everything, especially communities such as the Jenim, BC, Kochi, Subrisu number 1, Subrisu number 2, Mankrahon. All these communities are in the Tano North municipality. Then another community called Tanonum in the Sunyani West municipality of the Bunu region is also affected. And May Town also, where you know the history of Town also, where they don't, even the activities, they will not even allow you to even throw even a rubber or refuse even close to the community. They also use this water a lot. And they also affected because now looking at the stability, you can't even use it for anything.
So is that to say they don't have access to potable water?
You know, the potable water is from the Abyssinian Water Works.
Okay. And they're struggling.
It's now polluted.
Right.
So it will affect the operations of the Ghana Water Company Limited at Abyssinian, which supplies water to Town also, and the whole of Sunyani municipality. That's where we get our water from.
Right. Have you spoken to them, the Ghana Water Limited?
Ghana Water, they were not forthcoming. And yes, so, and surprisingly, I know the two communities of that's BC and Kofufrom, I can say they are living in fear. Because when this thing started somewhere October last year, the illegal mining activity started somewhere last year. October thereabout, the chiefs in some of the communities spoke on it to some of the media houses. But after they've granted the interview, they received threat messages. So when we got to the community, BC and Kofrom, the chiefs declined speaking to us. And even the community members, as we speak, they are living in fear because they are afraid they could be attacked by these illegal miners who are currently operating within the enclave.
So essentially, the illegal miners have become thugs as well, threatening people's lives if they speak.
Yes, according to the chief, they received threats. So they are even afraid.
Wow.
You could see fear in the community, especially BC and Kofufrom, where we visited. And it's very serious. We tried even talking to some of the inhabitants of these two communities, and they declined speaking to us because, according to them, they are afraid they could be attacked based on the experience the leaders of the community have gone through when it started somewhere October last year, and they spoke to the media. Some of these illegal miners currently operating within the enclave, and it's very serious because it wouldn't only affect the Tano North municipality communities within the Tano North. Downstream, it goes through the Half area, Kenyasi area, even up to the Western region. So you can imagine there's also another water treatment plant at Achencia that depends on this Tano River to treat water for the people within the Achencia area. And this river goes as far as the Western region before it enters the Atlantic Ocean. So you can imagine downstream communities who will also be affected by how the water is polluted. And a lot of people will be affected, not only down upstream, but the downstream too, in the Western region as well, and the Half region as well. So it's a major problem, and I believe the authorities must step up and do something about it.
What's the predominant work of these people? Are they farmers?
Yes, they are farmers, and I know another thing is that farmers, there are few farmers who are into cabbage production or that things, and they depend on the Ratano for their work, and as we speak, they can't even spray their crops. Apart from this, you know, Tanos is noted for its pottery product. They do this everywhere, vase and other stuff. They depend on this water for their production. So it's affecting a lot of activity, economic activities within the enclave. Apart from, maybe the raw water for the Ghana Water Company, farming, their livelihoods. You know, Tanos is the pottery business. It's also affecting them as well, you know.
Okay, so you also make with the farming, so they use the water for irrigation, I guess.
Yes, to spray, especially cabbage thrives well within the Tano enclave. And it's a major issue within the enclave.
So from what you saw in the community, did you? I noticed you spoke to a farmer who rejected the offer that he's going to give his land out for illegal mining. Is that the situation in the community where farmers are sort of lured or they are sort of convinced to give their lands out for illegal mining?
Yes, some farmers have given up their lands out because, you know, when they come with enticing amount. And so if you are not, strong enough, you may give your land out because maybe they're looking at what they get at the end of the farming season and looking at the money in front of them. Some of them, not all, some of them have given their lands out to these illegal miners, and this has led to the destruction within the area. You know, even from the BC community to that, it's not easy. Where we even have to, with the help of some of the community members, we have to go to that side, and I know because of security reasons, we have to be very careful. You could see that some of the shots were shaky because of where we stood and took them.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You know, we have to hide because, you know, these people are dangerous. They could attack you at any time. And the side that you can see is where the river BC is. And it runs down and also pollutes the Tano River. This current state of the Tano River and is very serious.
Michael Safon, Informer, thank you for your time, and we are grateful. You've been able to do a very good job, and he made mention of something at the end of the interview that they even had to hide to film and get some of the shots. It tells you what journalists really go through to bring the stories out for the public to see. But if what we are seeing is anything to go by, but I think that the fight has to be intensified because
I say this all the time. If those 8 people who died in that helicopter crash, if their death means anything at all, then we need to take up this fight against Galamsey, because for them to be wielding guns and weapons and threatening communities who speak up against their activities, then what are we waiting for? The president says he won't declare a state of emergency yet.
Because we need to exhaust
all
avenues, all measures.
Which avenues again?
To ensure
that someone will rise up and lift a gun and threaten that if you go and report my activities, I will kill you.
I'll kill you.
Is that not enough for you to storm their entire camp and the people's farms? My contumely that I love, I don't remember the last time I ate contumely because I'm scared.
You're scared, and even from what he said, the cabbage. So imagine you're thinking of having your cabbage stew today with your
salad,
with your rice or salad, or
you need to figure out where is this cabbage
coming from? Where is it coming from?
Which farm is it coming from?
Where is the contumely coming from? Where is
the cereals, the maize,
the water we are even giving to the birds? That's poultry farming.
The poultry farming.
How are we feeding
the pigs?
them?
How are we feeding animals?
You understand?
Where are they coming? Where's everything coming from?
Yeah, so
our livelihoods are at stake. Our water is at stake. The EPA boss on CNR, when I interviewed her, even she is scared that we may have to import water soon as a country. Imagine that. You say we don't have money, but we're allowing our country or our reserves to get. It's bad. Something needs to be done.
It's bad, and just looking at where the places we've been, the Western and the Bono region, it tells you that it's still happening. Illegal mining is still happening.
Last year, journalists had an accident while covering Galamsey stories. We need to sit up as a country. Mr. President, we beg you.
But it's going to be a tougher job because
to fight it,
the more you try and put up measures, the more these miners
will fight it.
Will also fight it and also try and put up some other measures that they can use to topple you or try and get over you. But I think that we are just hoping and praying that the government to put in the needed measures and ensure that illegal mining will be a thing of the past. Well, we have a lot of things to talk about in this country. We have a lot of things to do in this country, but the president has set the pace for its first 1 year. So we are hoping that the second year
things will get better.
Yeah, things will get better and things will put in shape. You know, he's been doing a number of things. So certainly if the various authorities are able to push the decision out there more, that's why I keep asking that the first place we went to, if it's close to the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, then definitely there is a lot of work that has to be done, because you can't be having illegal mining in your backyard.
In your backyard.
Yes, you just can't. So that is it. We've been able to visit 2 communities, 2 regions. We brought you almost same stories. That is has to do with illegal mining activity. It tells you that The activity is still ongoing, and the government will have to intensify measures to ensure that illegal mining is prevented or kept, though others are also underway, and you've been able to implement others. Let's see a better job being done this year. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on the show. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV.
The Sweetroot Secondary School's Wesco Alumni Association invites all alumni to its annual all-year groups Thanksgiving and Remembrance Service. There will be remembrance of the departed PCAs and also the launch of the 67th Speech and Prize Giving Day. The date, Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Time, it's 2 p.m. Venue, Cedar Mountain Assemblies of God Church, East Legon. Contact your year group president and register your attendance now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Assan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Assan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataracts, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and there be a pampers and a benwa or bosom. So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you want to
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel One TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
10 years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. Get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon.
It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
So if you're a volunteer, you're actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend
250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. What's the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive. Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama, catch the excitement every Friday.
Grateful you stayed with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We are continuing the show. We just ended with that of Galamsey and the issues within the Bono and also the Western region where illegal mining is taking a center stage, where the activity is ongoing. But we are bringing you back into the Greater Accra region, if not the entire country. We've noticed a trend where water shortage is becoming a thing, and in some communities in the Greater Accra region, they are really having challenges with the water supply. The Ghana Water Limited has come out to say that, well, there are issues, and even with that, the residents within areas that are having issues with water supply, the best way that could help them also address the situation is feedback from your end to the Ghana Water Limited. Yesterday, there was a conversation on it, and when you visit the City Newsroom portal, you see a story where Professor Gordon, who is an environmental scientist, Professor Chris Gordon, has attributed the persistent water shortage affecting parts of Accra to wasteful water consumption practiced by Ghanaians. But we want to give you the chance out there. Let's hear from you. What is the water situation in your community? Are you also having issues with that? Is water flowing through your taps just once a week or maybe 3 times a month, or not? You're not getting water at all. We just want to find out the situation in your community, and definitely the Ghana Water Limited will get to know what is happening in your area. So the numbers are on the screens. You can call us now, 0302-784-969. 0302-784-969 is the call line. Let's hear from you. As well, you can send us text messages, 0204447033. Those are the text lines. As for that, we can read aloud your grievances, where you stay, and the situation concerning water in that area. So what Professor Gordon, Chris Gordon, made mention of is that the persistent water shortage affecting part of Accra is due to wasteful water consumption practices by some Ghanaians. His comment follows growing concern from residents in urban communities, including Spintex, Bachona, Teshi, and Gwa, over limited access to piped water, forcing them to rely on private water vendors who sell at high prices. And this I can attest to the fact that now the water tankers are increasing the prices. Speaking on the City Breakfast Show that's yesterday, Professor Gordon said poor water conservation habits were significantly worsening the situation. He explained that although commercial washing bays were not permitted to use potable water, many continued to do so, placing additional strain on already limited water supply. So it's a problem that has to be looked at. But we haven't Douglas calling for us from Bogoso. Douglas, let's hear from you. You are out of the Greater Accra region. Anyway, let's hear from you. What is the situation within your community? Do you have anything with water problem?
Yes, please. Good morning, man. I'm calling from Bogoso.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I think Bogoso, it's been more than 5 months. If I'm not lying, it's been more than 5 months. Because since last year, we don't have access to water.
Wow. Last year?
Since last year. That is what I'm saying. It's been more than 5 months.
But have you tried checking to know exactly what the problem is and why you are not getting water?
Actually, I heard, though I didn't go there myself, but I heard somebody saying they tried to find out from where the water pump is, and the guard over there told them, I think one of the pumps is not working.
Wow.
And since then, since last year,
you've not had water?
No.
Wow.
Those who are having water is private side. But for Ghana Water, it's been more than 5 months.
You've not had water. Anyway, thank you so much. So I'm sure the Ghana Water Limited would have to take note of this. Bogoso area, they say they do not have water. A message that came through. Meanwhile, you can still join us with your call and let us know where you're calling from and also the water situation in your community. This one is from Kojo Dazi from Kufarida, says that this Galamsey matter has become a canker, so much so that it's becoming a relief to see lands that are untouched and untainted. Again, what is the government doing about this canker? I know we are celebrating 1 year of presidency, but the Galamsey has gone basically untouched. Well, you say. This one says that, good morning, Breakfast Daily team. Concerning water situation, dear, I live at Amasaman. Yes, Amasaman. It's very true. And I haven't seen water since last year, August. Meanwhile, they will bring water bill. That's also another issue that people have been raising. You are not supplying the water. There is no distribution, but definitely we are getting water bill. That is a big problem. Kwame joining us from Spintex. I know there are heavy hit communities such as Spintex. Kwame, let's hear from you.
Yeah. Good morning to you and your listeners.
Good morning.
For my area here, the last time I saw water in my tap was November 2024. The whole of last year, not in a
2024.
November.
2024.
November. The whole of last year, not in a single drop.
And have you followed up?
Oh, we followed up. They come and try to do some repair, will still nothing. And then the tankers too. Now they say they don't allow them to sell, so now it's so expensive. Anything. So it's not easy at all.
Wow. But do you pay bills?
It has no. Once the water doesn't come, so they don't also send bills. They know, so they don't even come to send bill or come and read the meter. They know themselves. So no bill. No, the pipelines are there.
But are you sure? Well, maybe the pipelines are in choked or something.
They are not choked. Nothing. They are aware that the water doesn't come. They themselves, they know. So I'm calling Ghana Water Board, but they will tell you, they know.
Which side of Adenta?
It's a challenge. So we have to that they rectify.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you. So, from 2024 November, you've not had water till now. This one says that, good morning, Philip. My name is Gideon rather, Amo, and I'm watching you from Adenta. Please, the water situation is quite unreliable and frankly annoying to live with. They send their bills without fail. That means they send it regularly. And then fail to deliver water to our homes. How? This is the question Gideon is asking. Another message says that there is a saying that water is life, but it's rather unfortunate for the people of Wa West. Really, it's a nationwide problem. Wa West, that they seem to be neglected due to long-standing water shortage in Wenchio Township. I would go on and read this message, but this one from Opa is joining us. If I get Opa right, is it in the Amasaman constituency? This one, good morning.
Morning.
Opa, isn't it in the Amasaman constituency?
Yes.
Let's hear from you. What is the water situation there?
Yeah, we are not having water problem, but we have like electricity problem.
Oh, electricity problem.
Yes.
And for
the
how?
light, since last year, I think getting to 3 years now. The light went off. The light is not stable. Our thing is spoiling. Our fridge and our TV, they will off they will on the light and they will off the light. So I don't know the reason.
But have you tried checking first, maybe with the assembly member of the area before it goes on to the various authorities, or even ECG? Have you tried calling ECG to ask? Hello?
No.
Okay. So maybe Opa area. Is it an entire area or just peculiar to
entire area?
Where?
Entire area.
In Kare area.
Yeah.
The whole area or just
the whole area, the whole Opa area.
So in a day, how many times do you get light out?
Sometimes we get it like 3 times or 2 times.
3 times or 2 times.
Yesterday, the light went off around 8:40, and it came around 12 o'clock in the night.
Wow.
Every day.
Wow.
Almost 2 years now. I don't know the cause or the reason why it was.
Why don't you try getting in touch with the electricity company of Ghana and find out what is happening in that area? It could be a local fault that has to be dealt with. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. But that was a little bit off. He's talking about electricity. But let's still put a focus on water. This message I was reading from Wild West before that call came says that it has become a daily routine for them to cry out for water for many days, with people walking almost kilometers away to get water. The concerned youth approached the management of the Ghana Water Limited at Wenchio, if I got the name right, and the response was that their machine has a fault that took them almost 5 years to repair and still remains unresolved. We are pleading to the authorities to come to our aid to resolve the situation. Okay, so this is from Wild West. If the authorities are watching, please try and fix the water situation in Wild West. But they're still getting more calls. Parkwesi calling us from Ashaman. Parkwesi, good morning. Let's hear from you. What is the water situation in your community?
All right, so the water situation at Jikuju Ashama is quite okay, but I'll complain about the one of Atotowa in the eastern region. Honorable Atachia used to be the MP4. And if you go there, the only source of water over there is from the river Tesu. My daughter, if you go there right now, it's something that you cannot even bear. The water has been so polluted by the Galamsey operators that even the oil is right. So please, send your thing to the president. If the authorities are listening to us, go to Eastern region right now, especially at Totowa and Adakwa, all the way to Akwedu. If you see the Tesu River over there, that is the only source of water for the people over there. When I mean they couldn't use it to cook, except using some of the bowls, and the bowls are also far from the community.
Okay. Point well noted. So that is a concern about the river Densu, and of course, there's a connection. If we have polluted water bodies, it will affect the water distribution in this country. We've seen the Ghana Water Company Limited complain about this several times, that if the turbidity level is high, certainly they will need a lot more money to treat the water, and this by way will affect their treatment plants. We don't know what has become of the Konyaku treatment plant and other treatment plants located or dotted across the country. And if this is the problem, they would have to need extra funds to get these treatment plants fixed before they can be able to distribute water into various communities. So there is a link there that whatever is happening on our river bodies, which is illegal mining, will have a toll on the amount of water that you receive in your house. It's either you are receiving water 2-3 days within a month, or you are not receiving at all. And this is a very, very, very big problem, because if people are having issues and they are not having water in their communities, certainly, and it becomes expensive, how are they going to make money to buy the water that is a basic commodity that is needed in almost every home? But we have Joseph coming from, calling us from Dansoman. Joseph, good morning. Josephine calling us from Dansoman. Josephine, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear from you. What is the water situation in Dansoman?
Please, it's been a month, over a month, and we don't have water.
What side of Dansoman?
Yes. Water.
What side of Dansoman?
Dansoman.
Dansoman Glefe.
Yeah.
And have you checked with the Ghana Water Limited, because they asked that you should give them feedback, and that would help them to address the concern. Have you had some of them coming around to check?
No, please.
But since you are not having water, do you receive bills?
No, we don't.
You don't receive bills?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that will also get to the Ghana Water Limited. Thank you so much, Josephine. Glefe, I think, has a peculiar problem. Most of their pipelines, I think, are choked. So maybe that one too would also have to be dealt with. Even when you go to Jamestown, it's the same thing. So this one says that Theo from Ashoman says that this water issue should frankly be simple to solve. The water supply should be directly appropriated, or should be there should be a bill that we get. And also, personally, I don't have money for a borehole. I would have been of the greed to save myself from all the stress. You know, I'm not getting this message, but I think what I'm getting here is saying that it would have been great for you to save yourself from all these challenges if you had money to drill a borehole, and that you stay off the Ghana Water Limited supply. But well, that's a decision you would want to make. But the bigger problem that we are all looking at is that if water supply is a challenge, it's certainly going to affect the day-to-day activities of that neighbor in your community, or yourself in that community. So you'd want to give that feedback to the Ghana Water Limited immediately as the situation is being resolved. Meanwhile, there is a bigger one that has to do with the illegal mining, or galamsey, that has to be dealt by from the government side. If that one is checked, certainly the Ghana Water Limited would be able to get its work done. One of these is we will get Stanley Mate in studio to help us really understand what goes into the distribution and what the challenges of the Ghana Water Limited has been, like Stanley Mate, who is the head of public affairs at the Ghana Water Limited, for him to really explain to us and what the Ghana Water Limited is also doing about the issues once water is concerned. But before we take leave of you, let's bring you this last comment that says that I'm John from Spintex, intermittent water, and complained several times. That means you are receiving water intermittently, but the water supply is not stable. I live a walking distance from the Ghana Water office, and I go there often. If I'm not mistaken, Ghana charges about 20 Ghana cedis per cubic meter. You have done the calculation. yet we pay more than 200 cedis per cubic for tankers. It's madness, you say. I wouldn't be surprised. These tankers are owned by the same Ghana Water Limited employees. Please, we can authenticate this. And, well, I'm speculating, of course. So that's a speculation you are making there. And that is a water situation at Spintex. I think it's very bad there in Spintex. So this one says that from Elubu, in the western part of Ghana, we sometimes don't get water. And the one which I will come to is contaminated, and won't even see the one who will bring the bill, but it will be found in your house. You're saying that you find the bill in your house, but you definitely don't see the person bringing the bill. This one says, good morning, Channel 1. In Upper East region, specifically Tongo, water is flowing through our taps. Are you referring to say water is not flowing through your taps? Because the message I'm seeing here is that water is flowing through our taps. I'm Dominic. Well, if water is flowing through your taps, that's a good news. But if it's not, then the situation has to be checked across board in the country. But that's how we wrap up today's edition, the holiday edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I started the show with Endo Safwa and Philip Nilate. Many thanks for your time. Keep watching Channel 1 TV.
Thank you.